TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams will make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Good afternoon, you're all very welcome here to TEG Cusack Park for the Slevin's Coaches Intermediate Hurling Final between Turin and St. Brigids, brought to you live on ERV TV today. Jason Keelan here with you for the commentary. Alongside me is Paul O'Donovan, and we're going to bring you through our two teams in a couple of minutes. We're about 5 minutes or so away from throw-in here. Paul, what can we expect from today's final?
Well, you know, the first thing to say, Jason, is that, you know, it's a huge day for both clubs, and I suppose in particular for Turin. You know, they haven't been in a final since 2009, and it looks like they've brought the entire parish and village with them here for this great occasion. It's great to see so many people from Turin all decked out in red and white. Of course, some Brigids have probably have sneaked into the final. Nobody expected them to get through. You know, they lost 3 games in the championship, and you know, just got through in winning their last game, sneaking into a semi-final spot, and then, you know, a great performance in the semi-final where they overcame Castletown. So they're here in merit as well. But the one thing to say, just coming into the grounds here today, there's a huge crowd here for this game. May just be the intermediate hurling final, the first of a bumper weekend of hurling, Jason. 4 games here today. Of course, the Senior B final is on after this. Oliver Plunkett's, well, it's a big day for them. They're in 2 games. They're playing Delvin later on, the Senior B final. But today, for the moment, it belongs to Turin and St. Brigids, and huge crowds coming into this game, and it's great to see.
Yeah, and of course we'll also have our Senior B game after this also on ERV TV, so if you haven't got yourself a spot for that one yet and you can't make it into TEG Cusack Park, make sure to get online and get onto that one. But we'll bring you through our 2 teams here, starting first of all with Turin, who are named first in today's programme, and they will line out in their traditional red and white. They start off with in goals Ibrahim O'Nahi, the full back line, Iverdo Sean Scally, number 3 Luke Gardner, August Ivercar Peter Finch. A half-back line, Craig Neville, number 5, partnered by Dara Smith, Shea, and Jack Gagan, Shocked. Lorna Porca then, Declan McGrath wears number 8, Kieran Kiernan wears number 9. Half-forward line of Sean Leach, Jet, Oisin Lestrange, Hainjake, and PJ O'Neill, Doyek. And a full forward line, a very lethal full forward line of Connor Leach, 3 Jake, Alan Ahi at full forward at 210, and Ray Ahi, number 15, completes the Turin lineup. Their management then, John Gorman, Alan Leach, Chase McHugh, Patrick Wallace and Bernie Ahi. And to bring it through then, St. Brigids team, who wear the saffron and white. In goals then, starting for them is Paddy Carroll, Ibrahim, full back line, Billy Arthur, Iverdo, Conal Dunn, Iver 3, obviously Ivercar, Stephen Quinn. Half back line, Sean Deegan, whereas Ivercood, number 5, Joe Highlands, number 6, and Chris Daly, Shock, number 7. Lorna Porca, Connor Slevin, whereas Hupton's partnered by Kathleen Afern and Niall Cully, Ivernee, number 9. Kieran Garrity, Jet, number 10, Finbar Coyne, Hainjake, number 11, and Mikey Mullen, their top scorer, Doyeg. And a full forward line, number 13, Seamus Faulkner, Carjay, number 14, David Hanlon, and Kuijay, number 15, Michael Garrity. And the management, I should say, for St. Brigids, Dermot Faulkner, Noel Gavin and Ray Gavin, of course. Ray would normally be in this seat as the ERV TV commentator, but he is on the sideline today for this one, alongside Jimmy Gallagher, Eamon Gallagher, and Marius Gavin. And I have to give a special mention as well to a man who's sitting down in the stands who I met for the first time before throwing, Larry Poynton. Larry turns 90 in January. Larry is a man who has many ties to both Turin and to St. Brigids as well. He is the grandfather of Noel Poynton, a man who gave me a lot of information and did the history of Turin with their 100 years in 2023. He was the man who managed St. Brigids, ironically, to the 1968 final victory. He is in the stands here today. His grandson Dean plays with Delvin as well. And one other man I have to give a mention to as well. When St. Brigids won the 3 in a row in 70, 71 and 72, there was a great man who was captain that day, Ollie Gallagher. And Ollie is the man who is behind our camera here today, looking in, and he's giving us a good laugh in the window here. But we have to give him a mention. A great Brigids team that included the Bradleys, the Gavins, the Ions, Mick Casey as captain. And Ollie, of course, will tell us all about them. For Turin then, as Paul has mentioned already, 1985 was the last time they tasted victory, and 2009 was the last time they contested a final, hence why the parish literally are here today. Ray Aughy, who starts at number 15 today, has been present on every Turin team since 1996, and alongside him Alan then at number 14 has been on every team since 1997. That 97 team included some famous names around Westmeath like James McGrath and Barry Neal, the referees, the current Westmeath underage manager in Dickie Gagan, and young mascots that day called Noel Poynton, and the younger mascot again called Sean Scally, who's starting at cornerback today. So there is any amount of parish links, I suppose, going through Turin in this one. And of course the McGraths as well will be very well known around the area. And there is one man, Larry Carey, who has a relation of Kazim, who's on the bench here today for Turin, who is the only man with 4 medals in the Turin team from 57, 65, 75 and 85. And if you go through all the relations, we'll be here forever, Paul. But it's certainly a big day for the parish for Turin, and a big day for St. Brigids, who of course are looking to a new life in a new field, a new pitch soon enough as well. So it's a huge game for both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great developments going out in the Dalystown area. St. Brigids, they turned the sod there, and their new pitch developing there just recently, and had a great family day for the club. And the numbers have really gone, and there's great buzz around the place, and it's needed. St. Brigids have been in the doldrums for long enough now. They were such a strong hurling team back in the 1980s, winning senior hurling titles, as we mentioned. No better man than Ollie Gallagher here on camera played for them back then. And I suppose today we have the mixture of the youth of Turin up against probably the experience of St. Brigids. You look at St. Brigids, they've experience like a Paddy Carroll in goals, a very experienced goalkeeper Joe Hyland at centre back, Niall Cully, Finn Barracoin, Seamus Faulkner, all very experienced players. And then you look at Turin and you've got the youth on the other side. You've got the likes of Jack Gagan, of course, probably better known for St. Lomans. As a St. Lomans footballer. You have Dara Smith there at centre half back. There's a lot expected of Dara today. He's had a huge year in the championship so far. Then you look at the likes of Sean Leach and Conor Leach, 2 fine players. Sean has got an exceptional championship this year, and lots of great scores. And so you've lots. And then of course, suppose you have the experienced Sean Scally there at cornerback for Turin. He won't be found wanting on the big day today. He gives 100% every time. And the team's just taking up their positions now, Jason, and we're almost ready to go. It's overcast here. I think the wind, and usually the wind is blowing into the apartments end, the canal end, but it seems to be blowing possibly towards Duns and maybe certainly across towards the terrace side of the pitch today. Yeah, we should mention as well our referee for this one is Bernard Heaney, refereed the Junior Camogie final here last weekend as well. Bernard is from the Clonagale Club in County Meath. He is a Garda, of course, around the Delvin area as well. But we've been told there's no changes. We're about ready to go here for the Slevin's intermediate hurling final, and we are indeed underway, and the first hurl goes flying, and it's that of Declan McGrath for Turin. So early moments here as Conor Slevin takes the ball up and lays it off outside to Kieran Garrity. Big block down. You can see the intensity already been brought here by Turin. The men in red, it's Kieran Kieran who blocked that one down. 5 points this season for him. Ball inside. There's a couple of Turin players going after this one. It's come out here. It's the first shot of the game from Conor Leach. And Conor is not happy with that one as Paddy Carroll waves it to the left and wide, and the opening shot of the game, open and wide for Turin inside 30 seconds. But a fairly lively start as Declan McGrath goes and retrieves his hurl after losing it in the opening smash. So the first puck out now of the day from Paddy Carroll drives it long, as Paul says. A huge crowd here, even over on the terrace side, which is brilliant to see. Great support for both sides, and probably no surprise, two of the best supported teams around. Real parish feel about this one as Brigids go forward here, and Bernard has the hand out, and that'll be the first advantage and the first free of the game for St. Brigids. And the first free probably likely to be taken by Mikey Mullen, who has 242 so far this season, 25 of them from frees, 3 of them from 65s. And Mikey is over by the far side on the terrace.
and we'd expect him from his standard this season. He's been fairly accurate from most of the games this year. I'd expect him to knock this one between the sticks, and Mikey drives it. Is it a commentator's curse? No, it isn't. And Mikey drives it over the bar, and it's the opening score for St. Brigids, and it's Mikey Mullen bringing his tally up to 243 for the season now. And the number 12 settling Brigids down well. An early score, Paul, badly needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan on the attack. Jason.
Sean Leach now taking in the puck out straight into hands. Sean having a look, bearing down the goals. He's going to go for goal. Sean, he just miscues it at the last second. The ball still scrambling and hasn't gone wide. Now it has, and it's been given us a wide. That was a huge goal opportunity for Turin there. It was Sean Leach who picked the ball straight from the puck out, and in the end he was just hooked and the ball just going wide. But that was a huge chance for Turin. But there'll be plenty of them in this game, I would say. Going by the early couple of minutes here, St. Bridges still leading by that opening free from Mikey Mullen. But that was a huge chance there for Sean Leach. 234 he has himself this season, so he would have fancied his chances there of getting that one. But Turin now battling hard in the early attacks here. It's Conor Leach. Conor now going down the wing, normally a corner forward. He's back in midfield here trying to earn possession. Swallowed up by two Brigids men. They were Mikey Mullen, who was actually back doing defensive duties, driven in there by Finbar Coyne, and Finbar's shot is going to drop short. It's well held there by Owen Ahi, and Owen will drive it long. It's really more into space than anything. It's not finding anyone in particular, but it's taken in by Chris Daly, the wing back for Brigids, who's chipped in with scores in a couple of games this year as well. It's a fairly tame kind of effort there on the middle from Niall Cully, and it's blocked down by Turin. And the shot will come in here from Kieran Kiernan. Is that going to be a third wide for Turin? Is it going to go out? No, it's not. It's gone out to the left and wide. It's a third wide for Turin already, with less than 3 minutes on the clock, and a little bit of wayward shooting, maybe a bit of early nerves, Paul.
Yeah, look, the way Sean Leach got in there for that goal chance for Turin, it looked like Bridges had just left him wide open. He was making acres of ground, nobody coming across. Conal Dunn finally got across and blocked out the chance. So the first goal chance went to begging.
And that was a big move for Turin, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more of them to come. They look fairly lively, even with nothing on the board. They've had a few wides, I said already. It's out here as far as Alan Ahi now. Alan laying it off outside here to Sean Leach. Sean well stood up by the Bridges defence, and as we said, and that looks like it's going to be a Bridges ball. And huge cheers going in there from Dermot Faulkner and Ray Gavin down the sideline. As Bridges now certainly bringing the intensity early on here, and that'll be a sideline ball indicated there by Ray Farley down this near side. And it'll be the earliest of the first of the sideline balls down this side. They're looking at the benches beforehand, Paul, as well. Turin maybe have a little bit more maybe to offer off the bench, possibly in the likes of Kazim, who've got 1-8 and a few other scorers.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, they have. But
ball driven in, sideline driven across there now by Stephen Quinn, straight into play, and it's well taken in there by Dara Smith. And Dara drives it into the forward and looking for a little bit of movement. Bridges defence a little bit static, but it's got eventually. But Turin have managed to turn it over. Is this the Lebanon score? It's drilled over, and it is over the bar. It's the first score for Turin in this final, and it's drilled over by Alan Ahi, the full forward, knocking it over, winning the 50-50 battle, going off the right hand side and knocking it over, and we're level, Paul.
Yeah, great work there by Dara Smith. That's what we expect. He mopped up the loose ball, he drove it into the forwards, and Alan Ahi took his chance very well. And Turin just getting on top in these early stages.
Yeah, and of course they will be looking for something. As I said, it's 40 years since they last tasted silverware, really beaten in the 2009 final as well. And of course they will come into this one looking feeling like they have a little bit of advantage, having won the round 2 game fairly comfortably when the two sides met in the group. But a long ball inside here, and it's a 50-50 battle back there, but it can't be taken in by Michael Garrity, and the Turin defence just managed to clear it. And Dara Smith back there looks like he's been fouled. In fact, it's Kieran Kiernan, the number 9, who's been fouled. It'll be a chance for Turin to clear their lines here. The crowd even getting bigger, more people coming in as the game goes on here. It's great to see that stand in front of us full, and people over in the terrace as well. It's a bumper weekend of hurling here in Westmeath for the county finals, and of course here VTV will be bringing you those as well, so make sure to get in on them. And Bernard Heaney deeming that one a free out, took of the arm there from Conor Leach.
Yeah, spot on there, and got the decision right early on. You mentioned earlier when these two teams met in the second round of the championship, Turin had a very handy win. It was 218 to 7 points, but that's gone out the window today. It was completely different teams. I think Brigids were missing a lot back then, and Turin were walking through the group stages. So, Brigids have come with a late run, and they're the team with the momentum at the moment.
And driven in long there by Paddy Carr, looking for moving from his forwards. The first we've seen of Jack Egan back there, but taken in well by Brigids. There's a chance here for them. It's Garrity now across. It's a nice little flick of the wrist there. Is there something in this for Brigids? They're going to have a look at the target, look for a goal. No, they decide to take their point, and it's over the bar. I'm not sure if it's Finbar Coyne possibly just going to have a quick look. No, Finbar's a little bit further up the field.
Yeah, it's David Hanlon, I think.
David Hanlon who got
good
that
point.
one.
Nice pass out to him, and he took his chance very well.
And a good score there for St. Brigids. Put them 2 points to 1 up. The full forward getting his name on the score sheet. Niall Cully now laid it off to midfield partner Conor Slevin. Between them, they've 13 points scored this season, and it is Finbar coin this time. And Finbar launches some distance. It looks like it's going to be a first wide for St. Brigids as the umpires have a look. And Owen Ahi watches that one sail to the right and wide. And an opening wide for Brigids. 4 wides in the game, 6.5 minutes, 2-1. Side in. It's our front of white lead. As the puck out driven long now by Ahi into the half forward line. Big aerial battle there, and it's won by Niall Cully. Can't hold on to possession though. Kieran Garrity's the one who's in there. A couple of Turin players down on the ground as well, trying to get hold of it. Cully now just drives it long under huge pressure from the red and white. It's fumbled there, and it's taken in by Mikey Mullen. You don't want to give him too much space, and Mikey gets away with that one. I think it's going to be pulled for steps if we went any further. 50-50 battle on the ground, and it's Darragh Smith who throws the hurling and comes out with it. He's been fantastic so far. Well hooked up. Great bit of hooking there. Around the middle, I think it was Joe Hyland who was in there that time. And driven forward into the Turin half forward line. Is taken up well here by Leach. Leach dummies by 1, dummies by 2, doesn't strike it that well. It's flicked. And it's gone over the bar. In fact, it's a point. Well, Paddy Card probably got a bit fortunate there with that one. He went to try and bat that one down. I think it just hit off the top of the hurl and were level again. It could have been different though, Paul.
Yeah,
if it was a foot lower.
I would, before this, when we got a break, and there's very few breaks in play so far, I was going to say we've 2 very good goalkeepers on view here today. Mentioned Paddy Card before the game, plenty of experience there. And of course at the other end, Owen Ahi's been shining for Turin all through. But I have to say Paddy Card got lucky in that one. I think he tried to take it down, and it just clipped off the top of his hurl, and he's probably lucky it went over the bar and not into the net. But they got away with that one.
And Bernard Heaney happy enough to let some of the physicality go, which is great to see as well. It was the same in the Camogie here last week, and it did make for a great game. He ignores the sidelines looking for frees for Everton, and he's happy enough to play away as Chris Daly now bursts forward here. Look at the speed from Chris Daly, leaves Darragh Smith in his wake, and Daly has a look at the target, lays it off, a chance here of a goal. It's back to him again. Shot comes in, goal for St. Brigids. And Chris Daly, the wing back, is the man who fires to the net. A lovely 1-2 there of Michael Garrity.
Yeah.
And the wing back drives it to the top corner. It's exactly what Brigids were looking for. And a fantastic goal from Chris Daly. 1-4 for the season now, but a fine goal, Paul.
Probably man the match in the semi-final against Castlegagan out in Ringtown. Daly, he had a great game, and he just opened up in front of him. Exchanged passes there with Michael Garrity, and a lovely finish into the roof of the net. I praised Owen Ahi earlier, but he had absolutely no chance with that. Bullet of a goal. Great start. 1-2-2, end-to-end action, and referee Bernard Heaney playing his part in it too. And it's been a lively start here. That's what we wanted. And a great goal by Chris Daly, as we said.
Yeah, the physicality, as we mentioned, been let go by Bernard Heaney, which is good. Fair hits are allowed, and it's exactly what we want to see. It will help make the game as it goes on. But coming up to 9 minutes, that goal from Chris Daly, the gap between the sides, as there's a chance now for Sean Leach to possibly get his side back into it. In fact, it's Darragh Smith, the other free taker. Of course, the 2 of them. Darragh strikes down. I don't think he likes the look of it. And it's a forward wide for Turin, and that's probably a sign of nerves.
Yeah.
That free there from Darragh, a fairly routine one for him, but it's gone to the left and wide.
Yeah, surprised at that, But look, I'm sure he'll settle down and get into the game. He started the game very well, but just you'd expect Darragh to get that free. He'd be disappointed, but I'm sure he'll take the next one.
Driven along there by Paddy Carr, looking for any of the forwards down there. It's taken in by Craig Neville now, and Craig drives it long again. It looks like the Brigids defence are doing fairly well back there. They've got good assistance, of course, coming in. It's Chris Daly, the goal scorer, back there on the terrace side, driving it long. There's a bit of, I suppose, space there possibly for Brigids decided not to take it in. That's an obvious foul. As much as Bernard Heaney wants to let it run, he can't allow that kind of thing to go. So Darragh Smith fouled, and the man who was playing centre half back with 16 points to his name this season. We're a good free taker. He's going to have a second goal. This one, it's from a long way back this time, but
yeah, we just
mentioned
the wind in the start, and it's very tricky. It's very strong. It's pulling over to that scoreboard side, and that's where Darragh's last free went. It drifted just to the left of the far upright, so he might find the range this time.
We've certainly got the distance to ball, and it looks good. Paddy Carroll, I think, is waving that one over the bar. It is a fine score there for Turin, and a lovely long range free from from Darragh Smith, and that was inside his own 65, and that brings Turin up to 3 points now. Haven't got scores already from Sean Leach and from Alan Ahi. Well, 3 points to 1-2. Score here, 3 points apiece with that goal from Chris Daly, the vital at the moment. And again, those puckouts from Paddy Carroll are very long, and to be fair, they're good. They're into the half forward line, but the Brigids half forward's been kind of swallowed up at the moment by the men in red. A little bit of a slip there from PJ O'Neill. PJ drives it long, and it's very much Route 1 hurling here at the moment from both sides, which is what we want to see, and it's really making for a good game as Billy Arthur now takes that one out. Lays it off as far as Finbar Coyne. Finbar to Conor Slevin. Slevin will have a look from halfway off the left hand side. Does he like the look of it? O'Nahi though is alive to that one. Takes it low down towards his knees and drives it out long, looking as far as PJ here. And Chor now managed to get her. It's not a great pass there from Jack Aiken, but he does well. Jack, of course, Aloman's man, and Peter Fincher, Shamrock's man. The two of them combining here in the Turin team as well, which is interesting to see, driven long into the forwards. Again, a little bit of a static bit of movement there from them, but eventually they've managed to get it, and it's Ahi now who drives it inside. It's a lovely ball. Is there a chance here possibly for a goal or this one? No, Shane Lestrange happy enough to tap that one over. Lovely assist there from Alan Ahi. And Turin now up to 4 points.
And a lovely ball by Darragh Smith there. He caught the ball in the centre. He just played it perfectly into the corner for any forward to run onto. And it was Alan Ahi that ran onto it. And again, a pinpoint pass back to Oisin Lestrange, and a good score for Turin.
And Turin again winning those Brigids puckouts. They might be winning them clean, but they're certainly coming out possession here. And it's a chance for Sean Leach as he fancies the target. That'll be advantage surely if that goes wide. Indeed it is. And Bernard Heaney right on the spot there to notice the jersey pull. And Sean Leach holding on to the head as well. Should probably mention as well that Mikey Mullen is 1 point already for St. Brigids. That'll bring up to 243 for the season. He's 3 points off being the top scorer in the intermediate championship. Sean Dowd of Southern Gales is the one in the lead at the moment. And the only Chore man really in contention will be Sean Leach, who's on 234, 235 now, of course. He's going as well. So there's an interesting battle for top scorer of the season as well. But it's all about coming out with the silverware for the team at the end. And Darragh Smith, almost from deja vu position here from his last one that he missed from this side. He made up for it with the long range one. Fancies his chance will surely take count of the win this time. Darragh has a look, and does he like the look of that one? No, he doesn't. He's missed it on the opposite side this time.
Yeah, he pulled it too much that time. The last one we said the wind probably pulled it wide, and he tried to cut across the ball that time, and just cut across it too much and drove it wide of the near post, which is very surprising. So 2 poor wides for Turin really in these opening minutes. You'd expect them to get them.
Yeah, that brings them up to 5 wides for the game already, and we're not even a quarter of the way through it. They'll be a little bit disappointed with some of the shooting, particularly when their half-back line has worked so hard to win those Paddy Carroll puckouts that are coming down on top of them. First real scrap of the game that we've seen back there, and it's Niall Cully who manages to take it out, and Niall is it off to Kieran Garrity now, and Kieran drives it down looking for a little bit of support here, has it in the form of Mikey Mullen. Ray Farley right on hand there, I think that's gone off a Choran foot, and no, Ray decides it's going to be a Choran ball. Bit of a protest there from Mikey, and to be fair, it did look like it came off a Choran foot at the end, but sideline ball this on halfway, and it'll be taken here now by Craig Neville. And Craig looking for his forwards now just to try and show for it if he can. He's got no real movement inside. Best thing to try and drive it in. Doesn't get great connection on it. Goes straight as far as Cully there in the midfield, and Cully's battered down to the ground, and a couple of Turin players in there, and there's a good scramble for possession around the middle. It's Declan McGrath who's in there, of course, cousin of all the McGrath sisters who are well known around the camogie scenes as well. Mikey Mullen now, and that's going to be surely steps there against Mikey Mullen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He stopped for no reason. There was no whistle, so
yeah, and it was a good, strong, solid, hard shoulder by Darragh Smith. There was nothing wrong with it. It was perfect, and Mikey Mullen obviously thought he was going to get it free, and he just kind of stopped, and he held the ball too long. And Bernard Heaney again, spot on. 15 minutes gone. I think he's got all the decisions right so far once again, and a free for Turin. They'll be looking to get a score out of this, even though it's far out, but because they've missed a couple of chances, so they probably should be a little
bit further on the scoreboard, I would
yes.
say. Darragh doesn't like to strike on that one either, and that one looks like it's going to tail off, but it's well kept in over the far side. I guess Sean Leach possibly has kept that one in, just having a look to see. And it's back, it's Ray. He has kept that one in and laid it back, but Brigids have numbers there, and again another good 50-50 around the middle. It was PJ O'Neill who met Niall Cully in the middle, and Brigids will just be looking to clear the lines, and they will earn a free this time. And just a little bit of instructions been given there from to Seamus Faulkner there. I think he's asking his management to throw in a few instructions to the forwards, maybe lacking a little bit of movement in the last couple of minutes. They haven't really had a whole lot to shout about since the goal from Chris Daly, and that was a good 6 minutes ago. I don't think they've really had anything since.
I suppose Brigids are doing what they've done all year. They're managing to stay in the game. They managed to stay in the championship, even though they lost 3 games, and they sneaked in and got into a semi-final, won it. Now they're managing to stay in this game with very little possession.
Of course, they lost the group stage game by 17 points. Turin had a fairly routine victory in that one, but they've managed to win a free. Here's a push on Finbar Coyne off the high ball.
It was David Hanlon that might have been fouled in the end, and this is exactly what Brigids want. Little break and play. Mikey Mullen's been spot on so far, and we saw Seamus Faulkner coming out to the management, obviously looking for something to happen. They weren't getting possession up to the forwards enough.
And Mikey drives that one, and it's straight over the black spot, and another score for St. Brigids, their first since the 9th minute. But it is Mikey Mullen who gets it for them, and that will bring his tally up to 2 frees for the day, and Brigids now 1-3 to Turin's 4 points, so a 2-point game just ticking past the first quarter here in TEG Cusack Park on RVTV. The Slevins Intermediate Championship on the line here. 24 kilometres separating McCabe Park and Dalystown. I wonder how much will be separating them at the end. We'll wait and see. There's still plenty to go on this one. Craig Neville now has had a good game back there so far for Turin. Drives it in long, but it's taken in by Stephen Quinn now. And the Brigids man fairly comfortable getting out here. Lays it off as far as Conor Slevin. Slevin turns on to the left-hand side, looking as far inside as Mikey Mullen. What a catch by Mullen. Can he get through? He's taken down. Sure, it's going to be a free in. Referee says play away. Doesn't know. He gets the free. And Mikey Mullen dragged down there.
Yeah, great catch by Mullen. He was under pressure. He did very well to catch the ball. He was definitely fouled. You know, Bernard Heaney tried to allow as much advantage. There was nothing coming from it, so he gave the free, and he's obviously ticking one of the players. But again, it's hard to believe with the possession that St. Brigids have had in this game that, you know, if Mikey Mullen pops this over the bar, they'll be 3 points ahead. And, you know, hopefully Turin won't rue those frees that they've missed early on, because, you know, they should certainly be level, if not in front at this stage.
Yeah, so 5 wides for Turin, as I said already, as Mikey Mullen drives that one down beyond Dunn's doors and beyond the shopping centre. Probably landed somewhere down the Cathedral. He drove it that far, but it is over the bar, and it's 1-4 now for St. Brigids, and Mikey knocking over his 3rd free of the day and making sure that one is probably an understatement. But driven out now by O'Naughy back into play again. 1-4 to 4 points. A goal in Niall Cully, and going over there goes in one-handed, 2 hands in the hurl, as I heard last week on the commentary from Queen McCrossan here beside me constantly. And manages to pick it up, drive it off now to Kieran Garrett. He's blocked down. PJ O'Neill will get in there. He's got 2-4 this season as well. He'll be looking for a few scores today. It's going to be a Brigids ball over the terrace side, as Sean Carroll indicates over there. And it'll be a chance for Brigids to clear their lines over the far side. It's been a very, very good game so far, Paul, and I have to say defence is generally on top so far.
Yeah, and just see Niall Cully getting into the game there for Brigids. He's been quiet enough so far. So he's had a very good game for them. When he gets into the game, you know, he's their captain, he's their leader. He gets in, wins the dirty ball around midfield, comes away with it, and, you know, gives good passes into the attack. So we'll see more of him as the game goes on.
Cully would like to be captaining a winning team here today, but to go with his football captaincy in 2017 with Rochford Bridge, of course, he'd be adding himself to, I'm sure, not a very long list of people to captain in both codes here in Westmeath. And well taken in. Cambridge's managed to clear it out there now with Sean Deegan in there, but again, it's another scrappy kind of one from St. Brigids. Their defending has been good, but they haven't cleared their lines very well. It's a good flick over the top there from Sean Leach as far as PJ O'Neill. Can PJ knock it over? He can. It's a lovely score there from PJ O'Neill, and it's the poor clearance again from St. Brigids, not clearing their lines, and it was the number 10 Sean Leach who gave it across to PJ O'Neill, and he taps it over the bar, brings them up to 5 points now. So 1-4 to 5 coming up to the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, sure needed that score just to steady them. They hadn't scored in the last 7 or 8 minutes, so just needed that to keep them in touch.
And it's PJ the scorer now, drives it down into the corner, looking for Ray Oy, but again Stephen Quinn is there, but Ray fights his corner well, as he has done for the guts of 30 years at this stage. Driven in long inside as far as Allen now. Allen looking to turn and go over the shoulder without looking at it. If that goes over, it's a fine score, but it's not, and it's drifted, and it's a 6th wide for Turin. Some of these shots, I know Allen probably desperate to get it on the scoreboard, but at the same time, that was kind of a shot to nothing really over the shoulder. That was never going to work out too often. Paddy Carroll now with the puck out, drives it long past halfway. A couple of hurls going up in the air, no real hands going up for Jack Aiken was the one who batted it down. Cully takes it in, drives it back as far as Slevin, and again it's Turin who are there first to react with its Leach. Takes it in, Bridges calling for a throw ball, not a fear of that one. Craig Neville drives it in long into the forward lineup as far as Conor Leach here. And Leach is met by Joe Hyland, but Leach manages to get it back, and to be fair to him, those fantastic plays. He got the pace now to get around. He has, decides to keep going, puts the head down. Great little flick there from Chris Daly. The goal scorer was there just in the nick of time, and Billy Arthur does the clearing work, and it's gone over the far sideline. But that was a big moment. I think Conor Leach had eyes for goal there, Paul, by the looks of it.
Yeah, little tug in his jersey there, probably wasn't seen by the referee. Not sure if it impeded him too much, but he got away with it anyway. And Chris Daly, good defensive play there. Game's probably gone a bit scrappy. Certainly after a very lively opening 10 minutes where, you know, the standard was quite good in the shooting and everything. It's dropped off a little now. It's gone a little scrappy, and you know, a few hand passes going astray in that, but you know, it's certainly tight and close, what we expected.
Yeah, it's exactly the kind of final that we were expecting. Surely that one was off the ground there. It looked like it was lying on the ground. 2 Brigids players are down, I think, and it's going to be a free in there for Tug of the Jersey, but a collision there. Billy Arthur's definitely won them anyway.
Yeah, I think if you ask Dermot Faulkner, some Brigids manager there, I think he's claiming it was definitely a pick-up off the ground, but wasn't spotted. Not saying that the referee probably didn't see it, but Turin got away with that and have it free now.
So it's the 2 cornerbacks, Billy Arthur and Stephen Quinn, who are down, just receiving a little bit of treatment here. It's just outside the first of the arcs, the smaller arc, the old arc. It'll be a chance for Turin now to get themselves up to 6 points. So Brigids on 1-4 as the medical attention comes in here for the 2 lads, but I'm sure they'll be fine. It'll take a lot more to keep the 2 of them down. I think it was just more of an accidental collision than anything else. But it will be a chance here for Turin to get themselves back into it. Turin here coming through games against Raharney. Brigids, of course, they had the victory, big victory over Clonkill, score 424, so they're well able to score. Their average scoring at 217 is much better than Brigids 116 as well. Brigids have conceded as much as they've scored actually on average this season, as the free is taken there by Ray Ahi and driven over the bar. No hassle there for Ray, and Turin up to 6 points. It probably could be 10 or 11, Paul, if they'd taken their chances.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, probably keeping Brigids in the game, and Turin got the last 2 scores now, so be looking to push on these last 8 minutes before half time. I said the wind is very strong and it's blown unusually towards the Dunstores end.
So driven in, Craig Neville now looking as far as Ray this time. Good defending back there though by Niall Cully, across the middle here to his midfield partner. Himself and Slevin have linked up well. In fact, it's Chris Daly this time. Sorry, who gets that one, and Chris drives it, and the wind is taking that one over the head here as far as Seamus Faulkner. First we've seen of him, and Seamus manages to get the score. And the first we've really seen of the Brigids corner forward. He's got 2-1 this season. He'll now be up to 2-2. But certainly the wind from that pass from Chris Daly carried it over the heads of the Turin defenders, and that brings Brigids now up to 1-5. But the wind certainly have a bit of an impact. I think Paul is correct. It is blown more down towards the Dunstores end, which is maybe a little bit more unusual for Cusack Park here. Whereas Chris Daly, who seems to be everywhere at the moment for Brigids, takes that one out once again. Looking for Michael Geraghty up there, and the ball stays in play over the far side. David Hanlon now, and a long ball inside looking for Finbar. Finbar Coyne has Jack Egan for company. 2 of these as well, 2 fine footballers as well, and Finbar gets the better of it this time. Has a look at the target. Is he going for a goal? It's just, it's not. It's gone wide. And that was half a chance for a goal there, certainly for Finbar, but he's drilled it. But the umpires just said that one has gone wide. Better taking the point, possibly, Paul, maybe.
Very tight angle. I just have to mention there, Chris Daly, he's been absolutely everywhere, and lovely pass for the last score. But good work there by David Hanlon into Finbar. There could have been a goal on, but just flashed it wide across the face of goals.
Sean Leach tackled well over there and blocked down. But that's a loose ball driven by St. Brigids into absolutely nobody, and Jack Aiken has all the time in the world to take that one and finds a lovely low ball inside to PJ O'Neill, and PJ comes back out into his own half looking for support there, finds it in the form of Conor Leach. Great foot race on here between himself and Billy Arthur, but Conor looks like he certainly has the pace this time, bearing down a goal. Conor goes for a great save by Paddy Carroll. He stood up well to that one, and the Brigids sideline responds, and supporters respond to that one as well. Big moment there for Conor Leach, but Paddy Carroll, as he does, and plenty of experience to go with it as well, stands up to that one well, Paul.
Yeah, once Conor Leach got the ball, got the slither in his hurley was off, he had the pace to get by Billy Arthur. He cut in. Look, there was possibly a goal on, but Paddy Carroll's a goals experienced keeper. He's always going to get them at the near post, and maybe Leach should have just popped it over the bar to get the point. They haven't got enough scores from their dead balls so far. They've missed a few frees and that, and Dara Smith will be hoping to get this 65 now. But goal chance on there for Leach. We'll see what Smith does now with the 65.
165 this season for Dara Smith, looking for his second. His frees haven't been his usual self so far, but he looks happy enough with that one, and rightly shown it straight over the bar, and the Turin number 6 straight over the black spot, and that brings Turin now up to 7 points, and as I said, second 65 of the season for the young halfback for Turin, who was also the Puck Fad All-Ireland champion a few years ago as well, if I remember rightly, from 2022 or so. Finbar decides to stay underneath that one and kicks it forward, and everybody gets out of his way, and Finbar now has a little bit of room ahead of him. It's Dara Smith who gets there, and Dara puts in, well, it's not Dara, in fact it's Declan McGrath puts in a big block there. Declan just sort of limping a little bit at the moment, and Owen is blocked down. That's going to be a free out, I think, there. An easy enough decision for Berrettini to give, but Declan McGrath was the one who put in the block there well in the middle, but hobbling just a little bit. Hopefully he is alright.
Yeah, I think he picked up a knock earlier on, but he's struggling. He's trying to run it off. But as we mentioned at the start of the game, how the young team for Turin, this is a big day for them. It's county final. You know, they won't have played in a game as big as this, and you know, it could still be showing some nerves out there still.
Of course, Declan and brother Danny as well. Their father Tom was the captain back in '85 when Turin won their last of their bit of silverware, their junior title of their 4 since 1923. Well, Declan has picked up a little bit of a knock, but hopefully he'll be alright. He looks to be moving a little bit better now as the free for St. Brigids here back on their own 45. Paddy Carroll has quite the launch on him. I don't know.
He's also done well in the book father.
He has as well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So we've a couple of contenders here with the long ball, and as I said, with the wind behind him now, Paddy will fancy his chances from this, even though it's quite a distance out.
He has 2 frees this season to his name as we tick towards 27 minutes, and Paddy puts Everton behind that one. Well, it looks like it's going to drop a little. Is it going to drop short? It's gone over the bar. Oh, what a score from Paddy Carroll. And the fist pump to go with it as well. The Brigids number 1 drives that one from, as they say in basketball, from way downtown. He couldn't have been much further back. He'd have been in the apartments. It goes straight over the black spot, and Brigids now up to 1-6. A phenomenal score there from Paddy, and that'll certainly raise the tempo for St. Brigids as well. There's a long ball there from Joe Hyland again into nobody in particular, but the Brigids forwards have just been a little bit lighter in the past couple of minutes. Bernard Heaney, in fact, spots the tug of the shirt there, and Declan McGrath not happy with that one at all. But it is going to be a free, and that was some launch from Paddy.
Oh, it was incredible, but I knew when I saw him coming down, as I said, you know, the wind is quite strong, but Paddy's a great puck of a ball regardless. And, you know, the wind probably made the difference because, oh no, he was looking at it all the way, and it just got over the crossbar. Super strike, great score. Yellow card there for one of the Turin players running back. And
it's Luke Gardner, is it?
Yeah. Yep. And, you know, Brigids have been more economical with their place balls. You know, another free coming up now. Mikey Mullen, you'd expect him to pop it over, and he does. And, you know, they're in a great position here coming up 2 minutes to half time. Leading by 3 points.
Yeah, so another free for Mikey Mullen, 1-7 to 7 points now. And it's been a good couple of minutes for St. Brigids. They have the last 4 scores, I should say. And they'll be more than happy with their last few minutes, just when they really needed to kind of up their game a little bit, when they were getting a little bit sluggish and a bit scrappy. Is that man again, Chris Daly, probably his first major mistake of the game, driving it long, and it's Dara Smith who again does the exact same. The other end drives into nobody. The nerves surely at this stage after 28 minutes have to be long gone. If they are still there, they need to get rid of them fairly quick. There isn't time for them at the moment, as Seamus Faulkner in a good tussle back there alongside Peter Finch. Peter can only drive it over the sideline. That'll be a sideline ball for St. Brigids. They've certainly had the better the last few minutes, Paul, I have to say.
Yeah, and Seamus Faulkner using all his experience there. He saw the ball coming up. He was trying to hold off Peter Finch, and you know, he made sure Finch didn't get to the ball first, and then when Finch did get possession, he, you know, put him under enough pressure to force him out over the sideline, and a sideline ball for Brigids. So plenty of experience there from Faulkner.
Good cut from David Hanlon inside, but back there again is Dara Smith. Seems to be a battle between Smith and Daly at the moment. The two of them having possession at either end. There's 1 minute at a time going to be added on here. That's shown by our fourth official down there, and that's surely a push in the back there on Conor Leach. An easy enough decision for Bernard Heaney to be made. A fairly clever move, I would have to say, there by Conor Leach. Just put on the brakes at the last second, knew the defender was coming behind him, Billy Arthur, and was happy enough to take the push in the back and take the free. So Turin have 6 wides so far, and they won't be happy with some of them. Some of them are very scoreable, and it's probably the difference really between the teams at the moment, it has to be said. With a push on Conor Leach and a free here for Ray Ahi now, and he is just outside the football arc, as the 2-point arc as we know it nowadays. Should be routine enough, and strikes it well enough, and umpire's happy enough. Just had a quick look at it, but it is over the bar, and that brings us up to 1-7 to Brigids, 8 points to Turin, and we're heading towards the single minute of injury time at the end. Hard to sum up the half so far, Paul.
Yeah, it's been but it's been good, competitive, you know, and what we expected. It'll be certainly still all to play from this second half now.
And still time left in this first half, of course, as Sean Leach decides he wants to have another go here. He's surely been dragged back there. The referee says no, happy enough to let Sean Deegan away with that one. But Niall Cully is not going to get his free either, for it looked like a possible push. And Dermot Faulkner hands in the air here as Brigids have turned the ball over again. It's a big block down there in the middle. Low combination of Hyland and Cully do very well. Dermot Faulkner screaming for a free there for the foul on Cully. And what's he going to give? In fact, he has given the free to St. Brigids. There was a tug of the jersey, and Cully, to be fair to him.
Paddy Carroll coming down again. He fancies this one. It's even closer than the last one, but it's still quite a distance out. But you asked about summing up the first half there, and that last action probably summed it up. Turin, you know, a little bit indecisive in the forwards, knocking the ball around, not sure who's going to take a shot or what, and some Brigids not hanging around. great block, and they hunted in packs. They've done very well on Sean Leach so far. They blocked him out. And again, Joe Hyland got in a great block. They've won this free. And Paddy Carr now, he's got the length again.
Paddy looks
drifting this time.
Yeah. One has gone over the bar. A lovely score there from Paddy.
It's so accurate. The umpire was able to catch it at the far end. He put it right in his hand.
And
a great score from Paddy. And looks like time is up. And Bernard Heaney's blown the half-time whistle. Jason?
Yeah, and it's been a very, very good first half of hurling here. It's been physical, it's been tense, it's had a bit of everything. We've had hurl smash, we've had scores, we've had plenty of wides as well. Maybe that might come back to bite Turin, we never know. But at half time here in Cusack Park, it's St. Brigids who lead by 1-8 to 8 points in the Slevin's Intermediate Hurling decider here live on ERV TV as Turin head in. They started off fairly well, but it was Brigids who took the early scores. And since then, it has been kind of a 50-50 game. Plenty of battles around the middle, some giveaway possessions, some tough tackling. But we'll have a huge second half in prospect here of another 30 minutes of this one to go. And then, of course, we'll also have the Senior B coming up on ERV TV after that one as well, so make sure to stay tuned. But at half time here, St. Brigids 1-8, Turin 8 points. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Very welcome back here to Earway TV and the Slevin's Intermediate Hurling Championship Final, where the second half's about to get underway here. At half-time, Turin 8 points, St. Brigids 1-8. Half-time score. No changes mentioned on either side just yet. We'll keep an eye on that one, but it's St. Brigids who are on the early attack here, and it's a good ball in there from Niall Cullion as far as Mikey Mullen, and Mikey spins through there. Is there a chance for goal here early on for St. Brigids? Oh, what a save! What a save that was from Owen Ahi. Absolutely fantastic, and the referee is going to give a free in, I think, for the foul after, but what a save that was from Owen Ahi. It came straight from the throw-in, literally from Niall Cully, straight inside to Mikey Mullen, and what a save it was from Owen Ahi, Paul.
Yeah, he struck it very well. You know, he turned his man very well, firstly Mullen. He got great power, and it was probably at a height for a goalkeeper, but I still thought it was going in the net until Owen Ahi popped up, and we did mention before the game, he's had a great year in goals in the championship this year for Turin once again, and he certainly came to his team's rescue there. Great save, diving to his right and turning the ball away. Now looks like Brigids are still going to get something from it, because they've got a straightforward routine free in front of the post here. You'd expect them to pop it over, but again, a lively start this second half, and great goal opportunity for Brigids, but Owen Ahi, great save, equal to the task on that occasion.
So it'll be free here now for Mikey Mullen. He was the one who was fouled in the aftermath as well, just getting a bit of attention as Mikey taps that one straight over the apartment end goals, and it brings St. Brigids now up to 1-9 for the day. An early score for them just to settle him in the second half, and Mikey with his 5th free of the day as well. So Brigids now with the opening score, and Turin will need to find something fairly quick, and that is a foul there, drag down there on Sean Leach, a foul by Sean Deegan. The two Seans meeting just inside the 65, and it'll be a chance for a quick reply for Turin.
Yeah, and we were just saying there at half time, what Brigids have done really well in that first half is they've managed to limit the supply of ball to Sean Leach, who's one of the star players for this Turin team. But you have to remember, Sean Leach is a very young player, but they've been he was tightly marked there. Sean Deacon coming in, but on that occasion he was fouled. But it's one of the reasons why Brigids have done so well in the first half. They've crowded out Leach anytime he's got possession.
Yeah, Darren Smith now with a chance to find the target here this time. Is it going to drop short? It is, and it's dropped short straight in the hands of Paddy Carroll. Not enough on that one, and particularly given the fact that the wind seemed to be with them in the first half. If you're shooting that way, given Paddy Carroll's monster freeze that he hits, that's a little bit disappointing from Darren Smith, from his standard as well, as Brigids look to try and clear lines again here. It comes out as far as Ray Ahi now. Ray's surrounded by yellow jerseys over there, gives the hand pass. It's not a great one, and Niall Cully is in there, and again just struggling to pick it up, playing a little bit of hot potato there around the 45, and nobody with possession at the moment. A couple of early scraps here, a couple of early huddles, and it looks like it is Brigids who managed to come out with it, and it's just driven, but not driven very far, and it's straight into the hands there of PJ O'Neill, and PJ is blocked down around the 65-yard line as Brigids now come away after that 50-50 scrap, and there's a great run here off the shoulder. Chris Daly again, it looks like, and it is Daly the goal scorer, and Daly pops up, takes the one off the shoulder, and it's a great score for St. Brigids, and the cheers from the crowd go up. So after that melee down there inside the Turin defensive line, or attack line I should say, it was Brigids who came out with it, and in the end a lovely layoff as far as Chris Daly, and the number 7 knocks that one over. 1-1 for him for today. Puck out taken out. They have loose hurl there, and PJ O'Neill referee says play away back to Darren Smith, who shrugs off a couple of tackles a long way out. That's not a great flick. That's a strange kind of decision to make there, looking to go himself, as the experience of Niall Cully and the experience of St. Brigids are winning this at the moment, really. And good defending back there. A chance now for a clearance coming in from Sean Scally. Haven't seen a whole lot of him today, and that clearance has gone straight over the sideline. Nothing really coming to that one for St. Brigids, and it's been a nervy start to second half, like it was for the first, I suppose, Paul.
Yeah, and Brigids doing quite well. Again, the player to mention, we probably have to mention David Hanlon doing very well there at full forward for Brigids. He got the ball, good possession, and a great support there from Chris Daly. He's having an outstanding game, and took a score very well. And the puck outs so far, the 2 puck outs, they've tried to get them to Sean Leach for Turin, but he hasn't managed to get possession, and Brigids have had a good start to the second half. And
that'll be a free down there. The sideline was taken by Conor Slevin, but didn't go really anywhere in particular, and there was a foul in there committed by Michael Garrity, and it'll be a chance now for Turin to get something maybe into the mix here. 110 to 8 points to score, 34, nearly 35 minutes on the board. Time flew by in that first half. It was end-to-end for quite a bit of it before it became a little bit scrappy as Darren Smith drives it into the forwards, looking forward to run here of Sean Leach. As I said, haven't seen a whole lot of him so far in this game. Been swallowed up by the likes of Sean Deegan is over there again, and Bernard Heaney though raised the hand, and it will be a free in. Sean, they're going to play a bit of an advantage. Surely we'll get nothing out, and that'll be a free.
Yeah,
and it's the first time really, I suppose, Sean has managed to find a yard of space.
probably a better free that time from Dara Smith. Anytime he's driven it, tried to find a man, he's played into the corner. It's paid dividends for Turin. And that time it was Leach running out to it, got possession, was probably fouled twice. But Bernard Heaney's given it for the first free anyway. And, again, Smith didn't just drive it into the square that time. He looked for the man running off the ball. And looks like Turin might get a score out of it eventually.
So Ray now lined this one up, Ray Ohi. And Ray having a look at the target. Does he like the look of it? The umpire says yeah, and it's over the bar. And that is Turin's first score of the second half, and it comes from the corner forward. The experienced man has been there since 1996. That is Ray Ohi, and that brings Turin now up to 9 points. And for Ray, it is his third free of the day as the puck it now from Paddy Carroll. Even against the wind, you'd probably still expect him to drive it into the forward line, such as the distance. And Finbar now trying to spin over the far side is met by Dara Smith, and Dara does really well. Finbar using a little bit of height advantage in there, but again, it's well taken in at 50-50. Around the middle, hurls go flying. There's bodies on the ground. There's nobody with possession though at the moment. And Finbar is in there as well. I have to give a shout out to Finbar's sister Amy, looking on in Australia as well. And to all the coins out there. And again, nobody coming out with possession here, but looks like PJ O'Neill's going to be the one. But again, he can't really find anyone as Cully stands back just in that pocket around the sweeper position. And just trying to barge his way through and driven back and driven long up the line. Movement here coming from Mikey Mullen, and Mikey managed to dodge past Luke Gardner there. Luke is on the yellow card as well, so has to be careful with that one. But he does very, very well. And Luke now just clearing his line short, but again, it's not ideal. It's not a perfect clearance. Bridget Hurl goes flying. And it'll be a chance for Turin to clear, but Bridges somehow managed to get it back, and even without the hurl, they managed to get it back. That looked like a fairly high hit in there.
Yeah.
And that'll be a free in. Just looking to see here on the replay who.
It's a little wild and needless because, went for the man rather than the ball.
Yeah, it's a fairly hefty hit coming in. It's like everyone is alright. There'll be no.
We're just checking with his linesman on the far side.
You can see it here in the replay. And again, it was Mikey Mullen who had possession, then it was Michael Geraghty who had possession in there. And yeah, it's a high hit. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of treatment required there, I would say, for that one. It looks like it's Mikey Mullen who's down, possibly.
Again, Seamus Faulkner here, or Dermot Faulkner, urging on his team here from the sideline. They'd be quite happy with the start they've made to the second half. They've been up for it now, and they've got out in front of the ball, and they've won some frees, and they've been tackling well. Remember that tackle in the first half from Joe Hyland, and he stopped Turin from getting the score. That epitomises what Brigids have brought to this final here today. They're full of heart and endeavour, and they're full good value now for their 5-point lead, and it could be 6 in a minute.
Yeah, a lot of people, of course, had them written off because of the fact they hadn't scored as much as Turin, or for a number of different reasons. But that free from Mikey Mullen looks like it's gone wide. In fact, umpires took their time there, signalled that one, thought they were going for the flag for a second. They've signalled the wide. It's the first wide of the second half, and it's come from St. Brigids, and it was over the terrace side from Mikey Mullen as the puck out from O'Nahi in long into the mix again as Joe Hyland goes in there this time. And it'll be picked up by a man in a red jersey, and he's not over the sideline. He is now, though. Wasn't the first time.
Yeah, Sean Carroll, experienced referee and linesman, right up with action there.
Sean right on the spot. Yeah, right on the spot for that one. Allowed Kieran Kiernan go ahead while the ball was still in play, even though he was outside. But then eventually they all went over the line. It'll be Conor Slevin down in front of us here, the number 8, who'll take this one for St. Bridget's off the left hand side, drives it long. It's well held. A brilliant catch there by David Hanlon. And Hanlon is off Finbar Coyne. Finbar has a man free inside here, which is Michael Geraghty. He has to slide in for it and does really well, Geraghty. Good layoff. Looking for Kieran Geraghty. Not the two Geraghty's though can't combine quite, and that one is Peter Finch who gets it out. And we're just looking for a throw ball there, but in fact they'll be conceding the free down there. It was an easy enough decision in the end. As Dermot Faulkner go mad looking for that throw ball. Dara Smith deciding no time to waste here as we tick towards the 39th minute of the game. But again, the Bridges defence are solid. And Joe Hyland back there alongside Sean Deegan, both do really well. And Sean decides to look over the far side looking for Niall Cully, but there's nothing coming from that one. Time ticks by fairly quick, Paul. Already 10 minutes gone, second half, 20 to go, and Turin behind. Bridget's happy enough with the way they're playing, happy enough to be just keeping Turin at bay, really.
Yeah, and I suppose, Turin manager John Gorman, he's chatting down there to see how he can get his team back into the game. They've drifted out of it now. Looks like he might be bringing on Kasim Carey, who's come on in a lot of the games so far, and has made a good impact as well. In fact, it could be a double substitution coming up in a couple of minutes for Turin. We keep our eyes on that, Jason.
Yeah, great sideline ball knock in, but it's drifted all the way along and all the way out over the end line for a wide. And it does look like a double substitution coming up here. It is going to be Danny McGrath and brother Declan already on the pitch. and Kazim Carey, who has 1-8 to his name and would have played a big role in the team last year, starting as well. But double substitution there for Turin. It's Kazim who is on, and we are bang on the 40th minute as the Turin number 18 arrives onto the pitch. And I think it's Ray Ohi, looks like he was the one who's coming off. And there'll also be number 17, Danny McGrath, is also coming on. He's coming on in place here of Oisin Lestrange.
Yeah, probably Ray Ohi coming off. It's probably a little bit of a surprise, you know. He's experienced in there, certainly. He was taking the close range frees. And, 10 minutes into the second half. But anyway, John knows his team best, and Kazim Carey's had a huge impact when he's come on lately. So we'll see what he can do along with Danny McGrath.
And to be fair, with 3 frees is all the Ray was able to muster in that first half. But here come Turin now once again, and looking for something. Is there a chance for a goal here? And it's just deflected. It's going to go for 65. It is. It was a big block down there. Shot came in from Alan Ohi. First time shot it was. And it was a big block down. I think it might possibly have been Conal Dunn for St. Brigids who blocked that one down. We'll just see on the replay now in a minute.
Yeah, Brigids again, they're getting in those decisive blocks when necessary. That was another one. We had one earlier in the game, and in the first couple of minutes actually. So even when Turin have got through, Brigids have stood up to them and prevented any goals so far.
Brigids not looking like they're in any rush to make any changes. Ray Gavin down there, normally up here on the mic with the hands in the pockets, just happy and content at what his team are doing at the moment. Stifling Turin is probably the best way to describe it, and just popping over scores, just happy to match them really from now until the end. But it'll be Dara Smith who will take this 65. He's knocked over a couple so far, one from free and one from 65, but he's also had a fair few wides as well. Dara will be looking to knock this one over. This one's going to drop short again into the mix, and the ball's bouncing around. Where is it? It's gone. It's in the net. It's kicked into the net. It's a goal for Alan Ohi. Alan Ohi has kicked that one into the net. It came off a 65. And the goal stands. The green flag has gone up. It was Dara Smith who lobbed in the 65 short.
Yeah.
And in the melee was Alan Ohi who's kicked it to the net. And suddenly we are game on here. There is a point in it. And for commentators' curse perhaps saying the Brigids were happy and content. But it is Ray, or Alan Ohi I should say, who has kicked that one to the net.
It's a goal for Turin.
So a goal there for Turin. Are bringing right back into it. And it's anyone's game here at the moment, and suddenly the red jerseys are throwing themselves into tackles all over the place as Brigids knocked the ball inside her as far as Seamus Faulkner. And you can see plenty of red jerseys just diving in over, plenty of gold jerseys in there as well as Cully comes out with it. The leader is going to have to stand up here and help his team try and fight forward as Finbar Coyne drives this one. Yeah. And it's over the bar. A lovely one from Finbar Coyne, and that's exactly what was needed for St. Brigids as a reply, but that was some moment down the other end, Paul, for the goal.
Yeah, we've a right good game now, Jason. Exactly what we wanted. Probably needed a Turin goal just to bring a bit of life to it. And it was Alan Ohi finish it to the net from close range, and Turin on the attack again.
And here they come up forward once again. It's a good 1-2 here as far as Sean Leach. Sean trying to go through Stephen Quinn there. Oh, it's not a great layoff, and Billy Arthur is the one who's back there, and surely will clear his line for St. Brigids. Manages to get it out here as far as Sean Deegan. Deegan now out as far as Conor Slevin, and Conor Slevin down the line. It's a lovely ball, in fact, to Kieran Garrity, and Kieran does well to hold that one up. And just looking for movement inside, and movement comes from Michael Garrity. And Michael now, a lovely pick up from Garrity. This will be the best team move of the game, but it's a great cutout back there from Luke Gardner. And Gardner doing really well, and Turin now, and for the first time really in the game, probably seeing a little bit of sure passing coming into it. It's been fairly route one from both sides so far, and Cully back there showing his leadership skills, but he's under all kinds of pressure from Conor Leach this time. And the kick coming out, and it's come out as far as Kazim. Kazim is going to be bottled up straight away by Chris Daly, the goal scorer from the first half for Brigids, and it's Slevin now, drives it along off the left hand side. There's any amount of red jerseys there. There's a couple of gold jerseys, but back there is Peter Finch, and Peter looks like he's the one who's taking it. And it's hurls everywhere in there, gold hurls, red hurls. It's driven up into the sky, and it's going to be, well, there's 3 saffron jerseys there, all up, going for it up against Declan McGrath. And it's the man in red, or the team in red, who win, and that'll be a free and a fairly lively,
Niall Cully just a
couple
bit
of minutes
late
there.
Yeah, Niall Cully just a bit late. Dummer Folk can be disappointed because Brigids, as you say, had 3 men when that ball was cleared. 3 men round the centre field. Turin just one, and probably a needless free given away there. And possession back to Turin. Chance to narrow the gap once more, but certainly lively second half now, end to end. Both defences probably still on top.
The fouling halfway, and Dara Smith now lobbing the free, and they got a goal off the last one. The ball has come all the way back out here as far as Declan McGrath, or Danny McGrath I should say, the brother. And Danny's struggling, just hang on to that one. Early touch there for the substitute, just trying to get a feel of the game here. Sean Deegan lays it across as far as Cully. Cully about to be swallowed up here by Conor Leach, who's first to it. Cully does well though to dive in and win the ball on the ground and lay it off. As Brigids now come forward again up as far as Finbar. Finbar throws the shoulder. It's a lovely dummy. manages to leave Dara Smith for dead, but Dara does really well to get back. It's a bit of a misfire from Finbar, but it falls into the hands here of Michael Garrity. Garrity looking at the target, a couple of Turin hurls in there. So he takes possession now, the goalkeeper. Out now as far as Peter Finch. Peter has moving ahead of him, and Jack Egan decides this time to go long, and it's the wrong decision, and the Turin sideline a bit frustrated with that one as the two midfielders combine. It's Cully as far as Slevin has a look at the target here, and it's over the bar. A lovely score there from Conor Slevin, the midfielder, his first of the day.
Yeah,
and a big one.
Turin just lacking a bit of composure there when clearing the lines. They had a chance to find a man, just drove it long, but into a number of Brigids players, and Slevin took a score. And it's that man again, Chris Daly, who's been on the ball so much today, on the end of a strong shoulder, but a fair one. Play goes on. Referee says play away, nothing in that one, and it's taken in there by Kieran Kiernan. And these 50-50 balls into the mix. It's all about where they land, and this time again it's Brigids who, to be fair to them, weren't having good luck with them in the first half. Have certainly upped the tempo in the second half with them. Two Turin men go for that one. What a catch back there. Not sure if it's Luke Gardner, who is it? No, it's Dara Smith actually who took that one in. And Dara manages to get hold of it, tries it, but again it's gonna go to nobody, but it's taken in by Chris Daly, who knows he has the pace, I think, to beat everyone at the moment. And Seamus Faulkner taking his eyes off it, the ball hits off his helmet somehow. And Finbar also taking his eye off the ball here, the nerves just kicking in for everybody. He manages to win the scrap on the ground. Slevin now tries to throw a dummy, surely fouled he is, that's going to be a free in. And Dermot Faulkner very emotional on the sideline here, just giving the fist pump to everything at the moment. Yeah. And it's still going to be hard on the call going into the last quarter here. That goal, though, is really giving Turin some hope, Paul. Yeah, it has, but it's noticeable that, Brigids just have responded very well to that goal. But in particular, the half-back line there, Sean Deegan, Joe Hyland and Chris Daly all mopping up and getting great possession. And they've been driving forward. They're really on top. And the big players for Brigids now are coming into the game. The likes of David Hanlon, Finbar Coyne and Conor Slevin the last few minutes. So, they've reacted very well to that goal they conceded from Turin. And the free here now from Mikey, which will be taken from the 65 or so. Does he like the look of that one? He does, and so do the umpires. And it's a free for Mikey Mullen. 47 minutes on the clock. And the Brigids man knocking over. Another one for him. He got 5 in the first half. And he's added to that in this half, which will put him up to 248 for the season, which will make him the top scorer for the Intermediate Championship for 2025 as well. As Brigids now come looking again, and Finbar drives this one in long, and he is there though to mop that one up and to clear his lines. And there's a couple of Turin players around the middle, and they just managed to get the ball away from David Hanlon there, as Dermot Faulkner shouting the instructions in the Turin bench, just fairly calm and composed at the moment, just wondering if there's one other switch or something they can do just to try and get themselves back into it. They trail by 4 here going into the last 12 and a half minutes or so. Coyne lays it off now as far as David Hanlon. David has plenty of red jerseys around him. It's a good block there from Dara Smith. And Turin now a chance to clear that lovely ball. Now Kazim has space and time. He's on halfway. Kazim drives it in long. How long is it going to go over the bar? Is it going to go wide? And it's over the bar. What a score from Kazim Carey. What a score. He looked up, he saw the post. I suppose if it hadn't gone over, it was going to drop in the square. It was going to cause danger either way. But as I said, Kazim has come on in a lot of games this year, made an impact, and he did so again. A super strike from just outside, from near close to halfway here. Yeah, on the halfway line exactly, and a super point for Turin. Brilliant score there from Kazim Carey. 1-9 for the season. His first impact since he came on under 10 minutes ago. And it brings us back to technically a one-score game. It's 113 to 110. Lovely ball inside. Here's Conor Leach now. Is there a chance for Turin on here? Leach bearing down a goal. He's taken down. Surely referee says no. Stephen Quinn was the one who was back there. The ball is still in the squares. They're anything from it for Turin. Brigids now just trying to get hold of the ball and clear it out. Kazim Carey is in there. Plenty of Brigids defenders in there, and they managed to get the ball clear in the end. And to be fair, it was a mixture of good tackles, it looks like, on the replay. And here goes Chris Daly now. And Daly leaves everybody in his wake. Has a look at the target. Into the full forward line. It's not really intended in particular. And Luke Gardner will be back there, the one to try and clear it out. I think just looking on the replay, Paul, it looks like nothing really in that one. No, I think he was going to ground. He's probably looking for the free more than anything, looking for a penalty. And I think Bernard Heaney was right there, so nothing given. And Sean Scally now. And his big hit there around the middle here as Brigids just managed to turn it over. And it's Michael Garrity who lays it back, and Cully has a little bit of space here. Has he got time to find the target? Has a look, and does he like the look of that one? And the umpire says yes he does. And with 10 minutes to go in this one, Niall Cully knocks over for St. Brigids, and that's going to be a 4-point lead now for them. He just found the yard of space for that one. You can see the two midfielders, Conor Slevin and Niall Scully, coming really into this game now the last few minutes. But Turin on the attack. They almost got a goal a minute ago. looking for a
There's shot
reply
coming
now.
in here. Is there anything there? Kazim is in there, but so is Paddy Carroll, and Paddy Carroll happy enough to mop that one, but I think it's going to be no advantage, and the free will come back here to the 45, and it'll be a chance for Turin to maybe get something in there, but they're 4 points down as the clock now just ticks into the final 10 minutes here, and it's Brigids who've had 3 good scores, I would say, and Turin who've managed just to find something since the goal that was scored on the 42nd minute, the kick to the net by Alan Ohi, but only 1 point since then. They really needed to kick on and they haven't, but it'll be a chance now for them to get back into it maybe once again.
As it says, a huge response from Brigids, to the goal that Turin scored. It could go either way, you could let your head drop, but 3 superb points. They really stood up and they've answered the call. It's Kazim Carey with this.
Kazim, does he like to look at this one? He does. It's a lovely free from Kazim.
Yeah.
Kazim now up to 2 for this one, and Turin now again just sticking in it. It has to be said. It's probably the best way to describe it. 114 to 111. Those, what do we have, 6 wides in the first half that they had. They might be coming back to bite them a little bit now, but they still have plenty of time here. 10 minutes to go in the Slevin's intermediate final for 2025 in RVTV. A great catch there by Finbar Coyne, and Finbar knock it into the mix. But again, to be fair to Turin, their defenders have been good in the last few minutes, and that one there from Peter Finch will just settle the nerves a little bit. But they do need to get the ball up into the forward line. They got a kick goal from Al Nahi. They're going to need something. I don't know if there's time for 3 scores or a reply, Paul, with the way
I think there is. I think if they get frees or point opportunities, they should just keep tapping them over and keep the scoreboard ticking.
This is where they got their bit of luck the last time as well, coming in from a Dara Smith free that came short, but this time it's Stephen Quinn who managed to clear it out as far as Chris Daly. And Daly will love a little flick, but Cully wasn't quite alive to that one, and Dermot Faulkner is the head and hands down here in front of us as Jack Gagan takes it forward. But to be fair, they've made up for that one, and Chris Daly just drives it as far as he can with the boot. It flies up into the sky, pushing the back there, an easy free, a silly free to give away there by Finbar on Dara Smith.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. Totally needless there. There was no danger entering. It was just a battle for possession. Finbar should have, just battled away. Don't give away the free. Dara Smith has either popped these over the bar or dropped them into the square, and Turin have got a lot of scores from these kind of situations.
This one looks like it's a bit more distance, but the accuracy maybe isn't as good on this one. That's going to drift off to the right.
He's done neither with that. He didn't put it over the bar or drop it in the square. It just floated wide. That's disappointing.
Just the 2 wides for Turin this half, and just the 1 for St. Brigids as well, as a first substitution there for St. Brigids coming up. And the man with 28 in his back, Sam Duncan, who was playing in the football last weekend, will be making an appearance here as St. Brigids.
Yeah, Sam, better known as the Milton Pass footballer, and I suppose a Westmeath footballer before he went to Australia. He's back home and getting over the disappointment of Milton Pass losing last week here in Cusack Park. He's back out to try and, guide his side to a championship here.
I think just looking
he's a big
someone,
physical player. He'll bring a lot of power to that attack.
Yeah, they're just looking for someone, I think, to bring a little bit of pressure on the Turin defence, because they've had it easy enough, I suppose, for the last little while. But Seamus Faulkner is the one who is replaced. And the puck out now, taken by Paddy Carroll on the far side. And here's Chris Daly. He's got acres of space in front of him. Decides Route 1 is the way to go into the forwards. A lovely catch right there by Mullen. Is this the winner? Oh, what a block in the end by Luke Gardner, and another block as well. And it'll be Luke Gardner who will take it out. Well, the crowd, I think, we're still looking at half the substitution, really. And that's
what a chance!
wide.
What a chance that was for Mickey Mullen. He looked to be in. He may have been hooked at the last minute, but it was a good delivery in, and it was Chris Daly again who just floated the ball in, and Mullen caught it behind the defence. He's in. He's got a chance, and it could have been Luke Gardner who just stuck out to hurl at the vital moment, just to stop Mullen from scoring the goal.
And Brigids now come forward here once again. It's those 2 midfielders, Slevin and Cully, who link up once again, and Cully's out on the terrace side. Has a pop this time. Does he like the look of it? It's going to drop short, and Nahi, to be fair to him, he's been solid hands all day. He's caught a few of those along the ground, but it's a terrible touch there. Craig Neville just not getting a hold of that one, and Brigids now just trying to turn it over, but he's got a bit of support there, Neville. And PJ O'Neill is the one who's gone back there to try and help out again. Kazim just putting himself about in the forward line. That ball is spilled through, and it's Danny McGrath who goes in there, and Danny just to come out with possession here. He's been forced out towards the stand side. He has to go one-handed. Just lay it off to Kieran. Kieran goes down now, and it's Kazim. Kazim throws a couple of shuffles, couple of dummies, strikes it well. If it goes over, it's a fine score. It is. What a score for Kazim Carey.
What an impact he's made, Jason. That's his 3rd point. When we brought him on, I says, he's done this all year. Coming off the bench, not starting, finishing the game strong. That brings Turin right back into the game now. 2 points in it, just over 6 minutes left. It's all to play for, a great battle. And we saw Brigids had a goal chance just a minute ago with Mickey Mullen. You know, will they rue that yet?
And Derek Horan now just lined up here for Turin, the man who scored in the 2009 decider defeat they were in as well. And Dara Smith again goes route one in the Turin crowd. The entire parish is here for this one. A chance here now for Leach. Taken now, surely it's going to be a free in. Indeed it is. It's just outside the square. Well, that was certainly a big moment. Another yard, I think Joe Hyland would have been conceding a penalty, but as it is, it's a free for Turin there. 66 minutes nearly on the clock. That long ball came in and it was taken in there by Conor Leach and the Turin man.
Yeah, it was
fouled.
Joe Hyland. Joe Hyland, just as it was actually Conor Leach looked down, looked like he was bearing down in goals. Going to have the free now.
And Kazim is the one who's going to take it. And this will bring it back to a 1 point game if he can knock this one over, which he surely will from the 21. And Kazim just taps it over his fourth. And suddenly this game is literally on a knife edge here on Earv TV. 114 St. Bridget's, 113 to Turin.
You'd have to say, I mean, Joe Hyland, you know, took the wise decision there by getting in on Conor Leach and making sure he didn't get through for the goal, because there's no doubt that Leach would have hit the onion bag there, that's for sure.
Puck out taken now by Paddy Carroll, who drives it long into the mix. Sam Duncan up there looking for his first touch, and Turin managed to get hold of him. PJ Neal, to be fair to him, a bit of an unsung hero so far for Turin. He's gotten the ball loads of times in this one, but it's not a great ball inside, but it's taken in there by Hyland. And Hyland now, Kieran Garrett, you haven't seen much of him in the last while. Under pressure there from Leach. Kieran manages to take possession here, and Bernard Heaney is going to give a free for that one. We're a point in it, we've 3.5 minutes to go, and this could be a crucial moment. Paddy Carroll is going to come out
again, yeah.
Be no surprise if he knocked this one over, of course.
Yeah, this one's against the wind, of course, but then Paddy has a great strike as Turner making another substitution, Jason, and it's their midfielder Declan McGrath that's coming off.
Yeah, and Derek Horan is the one who's coming on, so the number 26 coming on for number 8. Derek, who played in the 2009 final against Crookedwood, which Turin lost. But it's a big moment here for Paddy Carroll, is to put 2 points between them. There hasn't really been much between them, to be fair.
He'll certainly get the distance here anyway.
Looking down towards the apartment then, likes the strike. Does he like the accuracy though? No, he is there underneath a fine catch. It looked like the wind just caught that one a bit, because they were looking at it wide there for a while. Loads under all kinds of pressure here, and Brigids managed to hang on to it here just outside the arc. It's a bit of a slip there from Horan, who just came on the pitch. Surely a chance here for them to knock this one over if it is. And it's over the bar. No, it's wide. Well, they were celebrating down here in front of us on the Brigids bench for Mikey Mullen's
not sure
shot.
yet, Jason.
No.
Eventually it's been waved wide.
And the argument going on here, Brigids.
They're appealing to the linesman on the far side that may have seen it.
Why is there anything going to be
play is
given?
going on.
No, play is going on.
Definitely wide.
There was a dispute over that one. Referee happy enough to go with his umpires there. That's what they're there for. They have to make the decisions as well, as the ball is knocked down from O'Nahi now. Down into the forward line. And taken up here by PJ O'Neill, and PJ inside looking for Kasim. What an impact this man has had since he came on. He's on possession again. Assist the lever for Turin. It is! It's over the bar! And Turin have levelled it up. And Kazim so far can do absolutely nothing wrong, Paul, it looks like.
Oh, what a finish we have here, Jason. You know, Kazim's come off the bench, 4 points. He's really made a huge influence. And Brigids had chances at the other end. They had a goal chance. They thought the last one was a point. It was waved wide. And last 90 seconds of normal time, and it's all square.
The ball taken out here, and it's in the middle of the field there. Driven in by Craig Neville, and Kazim is there again. Just can't quite get the touch on it here. And with 90 seconds of normal time to go, 1:14 apiece. 1985, the last time Turin had the junior championship, was the same year that WrestleMania started, for anyone who's interested. And this is exactly like the main event here that we were looking for. And Stephen Quinn now. We don't want any more wrestling matches, of course. Yes, that is true. Stephen Quinn now has been replaced. He's just about to take the sideline. And we are into the final minute here, and it's Dan O'Sullivan, the Brigids number 26, who replaces Stephen Quinn, the cornerback. Stephen, to be fair to him, has had a good game back there. He's been involved in plenty of battles against, a couple of different players, really, through the game.
Yeah,
now
even a big sideline ball coming up here. Niall Cully coming back to take it. You want to get some distance and get it out of that danger area, because they're under pressure.
Cully strikes that. A good flick on it there. To be fair, but it's taken him well by Jack Gagan. And Jack now off to Craig Neville. Neville drives it in now. It's a 1-on-1 battle in here, and it's taken him well. And I've got something here, Turin. Possibly it's Ahi who's on the ball, and Brigids have swarmed the jerseys back there. Can they manage to get hold of it and clear it? The Cambots only out as far as Kazim. And Kazim has a look at the target, and it's well blocked down. A good defending back there by St. Brigids, it has to be said. And Chris Daly's, I think, the man back there who managed to get the flick out. But again, the Clearance hasn't been completed yet, and there's still jerseys around there to fight for the ball. Unbelievable. It's a free in. It's a free in. It was a foul on Kieran Kiernan. That's going to be a free in for Turin here in the dying seconds.
That's a big call, a big decision by Bernard Heaney, but he's kept upright with play. He's given his explanation to the Brigids player, and probably a yellow card maybe at the same time. But just waiting to see here exactly how long the fourth official's going to add on. It's probably a yellow card in the meantime. Yeah,
that was that replay, Paul. I'm not sure how much of a free it was really.
Yeah, but Billy Arthurs picked up the yellow card.
Yeah. And to be fair to Kieran Kiernan now, it looked like he was sort of going down for the ball. I don't know, was there a huge amount of contact in it?
So many bodies.
But the Brigids cornerback has gotten a yellow card, and it is going to be a chance.
It's Kasim again.
And Kasim is going to be the one to possibly put Turin ahead, as we have 3 minutes of stoppage time here in TEG Cusack Park on RVTV for this intermediate decider. Turin have not been ahead in the game at any stage. Is this the moment that they go ahead in the first minute of stoppage time? Kasim hits it and straight over the bar. And Turin are in the lead for the first time in the 61st minute. The number 18, who's come off the bench for Turin, has had an absolutely astonishing impact. And it is 1:15 to Turin, 1:14 to St. Brigids. There is 2 minutes to go in this one, and Brigids have possession down the far end. Cully now on halfway. Blocked down, huge number of hurls in there. PJ O'Neill threw himself into it as well. It's a substitute over there, Dan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan having to track back. In fact, the other substitute, I should say, is Sam Duncan back there, and Brigids just trying to get something on it. They managed to get a flick of the hurl, but nothing in it. That deflection now falls to Joe Hyland over there, but he's got plenty of red shirts around him, and in fact they managed to come out, and it's Conor Leach who just flicks it to absolutely nobody, but anywhere will do really at this stage. Slevin now. Can they get something out of this one? St. Brigids, they are looking for one more attack, and it's up as far as David O'Hanlon. He can't control it. Luke Gardner is back there. Had it as well. Now is there something in it for Brigids here? Taken up by Mullen. He's through. Chance for him. And it's a goal. It's a goal for St. Brigids. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, what
Mikey
a finish.
Mullen.
Who else would you want in front of goals? Mikey Mullen. What a finish to the net. Worked really hard. Turin had their chances to clear it, but didn't. And once David Hanlon had the ball first, but it laid off to Mickey Mullen. He broke through it, bounced just lovely in front of him, and just pulled on it and drove it past O'Nahi. We've got 50 seconds left, Jason.
And David Hanlon's on the ground here. David Hanlon's on the ground here in front of us. Bit of a shoulder into the chest. Referee says play away, nothing in it. Here go Turin. So one last chance for them. It's going to have to be something monumental if they're going to do it. Pushing the back there, referee says no, play away. Ball's lobbed inside, but there's nothing going to come of it, and Brigids will clear their line out to the side here. Hanlon I should say, is back up on his feet. Manages to get it. Has Craig now for company over there. Craig tries to get the shoulder and doesn't work. Hanlon drives it. Long, looking again for another one inside. Good defender back there by Gardner, but it's taken. Is there cement to score here? No, it's going to drift wide.
There was a hurl, one went flying there.
Surely Bernard here, you can see that. There was a hurl thrown there. Referee didn't see it. And that was the chance for Brigids to maybe kill this one off. To shock him in.
Will be one last attack here, Jason.
Here we go. It's in the mix.
Gone long.
Jerseys everywhere. What can happen here? Ball comes out as far as O'Neill. Brigids have bodies literally everywhere, lying on the ground in front of it. And it's going to be a throw ball. It's a fourth wide, I should say, for Brigids there. That one
straight. He didn't really let that one develop. He decided to blow it very quickly. And we're 10-15 seconds over time already. The added on time. Sure need a goal. What's going to come of this one? Bernard Heaney, one more throw ball on the 21. Everybody in there. There can't be much left on the clock here as Turin go forward. It's a burst forward, literally. But Brigids come out with it, and it's over! St. Brigids have won the Slevins Intermediate Hurling Championship for 2025 in the most dramatic of circumstances. A goal from Mikey Mullen to the net, deep into stoppage time. Has won it for the Dalystown side and broken Turin hearts when it looked like that Kazim Carey was going to come off the bench and be the hero with his scores. But the wait goes on for Turin, for silverware, but for St. Brigids, it's another title to add to their mix. And Paul, it's a hard one for Turin to take, but for St. Brigids, absolute delight. Yeah, what a game, Pity there had to be a loser because two great teams gave everything out there. And as we said, Turin waiting so long for success, but the day belongs to St. Brigids. They came in as underdogs, but they stuck to the game plan and they stayed in the game in that first half. They did very well to stop out the likes of Sean Leach and just keep in the game. There wasn't much in it at half time, just the great goal by Chris Daly in the first half. It was an excellent goal. And then, I suppose Turin came back into the goal when Alan Ohi kicked the ball banged the ball from inside the square. But as I said, Brigids responded to that goal very well, and that set them up. It was a great finish then. Cassim Carey, as I said, substitute came on, got so many scores, and it looked like Turin were just going to do it. And Mikey Mullen, who earlier had missed a good goal chance when he was hooked by Luke Gardner, didn't miss the second chance when he got it. He broke through and just knocked it past Owen Ohi for the all-important goal. Turin finished strong, tried to get back into it, but there was just too much to do. And, you have to hand it to St. Brigids. They came here today, stayed in the game, and, deserving winners in the day. And great credit to Dermot Faulkner and, of course, to our very own Ray Gavin here from the commentary box. I don't know if he'd be able to commentate in the game today because, I think he had a big job today keeping Dermot Faulkner quiet on the sideline. But, certainly a great day for St. Brigids and Dalystown. And a great win. They didn't have a great championship, but they came strong at the end, got some momentum, and some superb displays out there, and a great win for them.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break here on TV. We'll be back with some more analysis, trophy presentation, and of course after as well. Stay with us and make sure and get in on the Senior B final, which is coming up soon enough as well. So we will be back for you in a couple of minutes, but stay with us here on TV. We'll have plenty more to come.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Joined here on the sideline on ERV TV by Brendan, Pat and Paul. Just have a quick chat about that epic encounter and the way that it ended. Brendan, I suppose you were saying there it's a horrible way for Turin to lose, but for Brigids a fantastic victory, and to be fair, they're probably a slightly better team overall.
Yeah, I think so. They used the ball better, and Turin were hitting a long ball in like a hit and hope, whereas St. Brigids worked the ball through the lines, and I think it's a very cruel way to lose the game, but I think overall they probably were the better team.
Yeah. And Paul, Niall Cully and Conor Slevin really stood up when it was needed for St. Brigids. They were fantastic in that second half, and now Niall of course joins a very short list, I would say, of lads who've captained football and hurling winners in this ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly in the second half, I thought that the Brigids midfield and a centre half forward came very strong. And
we're going to go to our presentation here now with Frank as well.
A great news, Igotok, Paul and Porter are in Bucking with TEG Hospital in use. Dunclair Canis, Iderbannock, Imon. Welcome to everybody to our intermediate hurling final for 2025. A special welcome to Turin and St. Brigids. It's a privilege for me to welcome the two teams. Not too many times in recent years you have got the opportunity to play in a final. But today, both teams, you really surpassed yourselves and gave a huge display of hurling with true grit and determination and no mean skill. So, supporters, please, would you put your hands together for the two teams? I think our referee, Bernard Heaney, contributed to that great game. Thank you, Bernard, and your team of officials. Well done. Like all our other finals this weekend, they're sponsored by Slevin coaches. Thank you, and we acknowledge Slevin coaches. Turin, you fought valiantly and you fought until the end. You are the form team of this championship throughout the year. Commiserations to you today. You will be back, I have no doubt about that. You were almost there. Well done, Turin. I think overall, from the first minute to the 63rd, I think they bring it just about shaded it. Come on, the huge congratulations to you, St. Brigids. This has been, 25 has been a momentous year for you, with the purchase of your own home, and you're going from strength to strength. Now, about time for me to shut up and pass over the cup to Niall Cully, representing St. Brigids. out for the club. There's no doubt about it. He's a true Brigids fan. And thanks very much, Delvin, for all the hard work over the last 2 years. Great gap, came in a 50 years well. Great games, great boots, and brought a wealth of experience and knowledge. And thanks very much, Ray. Eamon Gallagher is back in with us the last 5 or 6 weeks as well. Everyone knows how well Eamon Gallagher is
Beware of anyone who says, I'm going to keep this short.
He really gave us a good, brought so much detail and knowledge to training. We really upped the intensity with Eamon there. Eamon said a few words after training on Thursday. It was inspirational stuff, and if that thing gets up for a match, then nothing would. So the minor lads who trained with us all year, they brought the numbers to training, which meant we could play a game, do anything we want in training. We can't beat numbers. Without them minor lads, we wouldn't be here today. So fair play, lads. The minors have a huge game to down tomorrow at 11. All support appreciate. They have a final. To our supporters, our families, our wives and girlfriends, without ye, we wouldn't be here. Everything we do is to make you proud. We hope you're happy with what we done today. To the referee and his officials today, it was a tough game, it was rough, tense, it was a tough game, but you did a great job in fairness to Bernard and his officials. So fair play, a round of applause for that. To the county board and the groundsmen, Cusack Park is looking savage. It's like a carpet out there. Couldn't ask for better. Thanks very much. To the people that can't be with us today, whether they're sick, they've emigrated, or they're no longer with us anymore, we're thinking of them today and every day.
There's no time flex, time now.
Resurrection to shores. It's no consolation. But you heard your hearts out today, and you lit up the championship all year. The savage makes the youth experience. And I hope your few other players stay on, because only a matter of time before you're up here accepting this trophy. Round of applause for Turin today. There's only one last thing for me to do, if this will allow me. I'd like to get each Gavin up here to sing a small tune. So when everyone's singing along now, oh, the summertime is coming, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Now we're back here after the presentation to Captain Niall Cully. And the crack will be great, I'm sure, in Dalystown later on. I'm joined here again by Paul and by Brendan as well. Just have a quick final word on that one, I suppose. Brendan, it's a tricky one there, seeing the Turin lads going off. Of course, their hearts will be broken after still waiting since 1985, but at the same time, this day certainly belongs to Brigids, and I suppose I mentioned for our own Ray Gavin in the commentary as well, he's had a big impact.
Yeah, he's had a huge impact there, and you can see the little bit of experience from St. Brigids today. They use the ball well, and like having Eamon and Ray there to kind of guide them is a huge asset. One thing I'd say, the two frees that Paddy Carroll scored there in the first half, they were long range, they were crucial scores, and like in a tight match like this, those long range frees really was what got them over the line, and Mikey Mullen, he scored 6 frees and a crucial goal, when you have a quality free taker on your team, it's the difference between winning and losing in a tight game like that.
Paul, it looked like for all the world like Kazim was going to steal the headlines for Turin, but as Brenda mentioned as well, they mightn't have been the highest scorers this year for a long time, and Turin outscored them, but they certainly were the stronger team. Well, we're going to jump over here now to the man behind it all. Well, two men behind it all, really, Dermot and to Ray. Dermot, first of all, and Ray, congratulations. It's absolutely fantastic. What a way to win it, Dermot.
Oh, lads, look, I'm speechless because I was on the first time in my life. Look, hats off to Turin. Like I said to Ray, if we could score 4 or 5 points in the second half, we'd probably win it. Turin came back ahead. We were kind of down, and in fairness, Ray, when the ball went in, he called it. He says, Mikey's in there, a goal to win it. And look, that's what St. Brigids do. Yeah. And our little history, our small club, when we get a chance, sniff, we'll take.
And Ray, I know Cully referenced you in his speech there as well, the impact that you've had. I know you'll downplay it, but all the lads have said it, to be fair. Now, I know I took your gig in the commentary today, but yeah, you're definitely welcome to it back. But what's the impact you've brought along to St. Brigids?
Look, at the start of the year, Dermot rang me and said, would I come in and help him? We get someone to come in and help him, because he was on his own. And it's a lonely spot when the club is not going well. And Jason, that's where we were. I said it last night in the podcast. We've now won 5 games this year. The last group game, the semi-final, a final, we won. We missed one, we went cancelled, and we also won 1 league match. So it was a struggle, but we got numbers back. The football teams kept dropping over, which suited us. And look at Eamon Gallagher came in as well, and he just brought a professionalism to it. The lads reacted to it. We started training 2 nights a week, which is the minimum we should be doing anyway. We got it going, and look, the rest is history. What a way to win a game.
Brilliant, yeah. And Dermot, I have to say as well, it's Declan Hannon, Limerick hurler, reference when it was mentioned a while back that St. Brigids are getting a new pitch. So word has spread around about the rise of St. Brigids. So it's certainly positive times for the club.
Look, St. Brigids.
He's vice chairman as well.
Yeah. No, I'm going to heap praise on Noel Gavin here, the chairman, Ray's brother. Noel has started a big thing in our club with underage and everything. And we have an important game tomorrow again. A game that's equally as important as today. We're in the minor Division 2 final. And we're going in there tomorrow in the Downs, and we're going out to try and win that as well. And that would be every bit as important as winning this game today. Brilliant. Because there's 8 or 9 young lads, they're all out there in front of us, that can come on and help us next year. And as Ray has been saying for the last 2 weeks, if we can get them lads started at Senior B, it'll be a huge boost to this club. And like, back again, just Noel, and he's standing, I'm looking at him there, he has done outrageous work for this club, and obviously there's loads of people helping him as well, but he's the head of the whole lot, and look, Brigids are rising again.
Brilliant, yeah. Well, huge thanks to Dermot and to Ray. We'll let them go enjoy the celebrations, and congratulations, lads. And to everybody, thank you very much for joining in. We'll be back, of course, at the Senior B very soon after the break, so make sure if you're not tuned in already, we'll be back here for it. I'll be back with you on pitch side. We'll have Ray possibly in the commentary going from celebrations up to the mic, but from now, from the intermediate final, it's good luck, and we'll see you again in a couple of minutes after the break.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Park. We're joined now by Brendan and Paul here beside me. We're here for the Senior B final, of course, now. The Slevin's coaches Senior B final between St Oliver, Plunkett and Delvin. It promises to be another titanic clash. If it's ending half as good as they finish the intermediate final, will be in for a treat. Delvin, of course, a wounded animal, having lost last year's final by a point to Father Dalton's against St Oliver Plunkett. Brendan, what kind of game will we expect here today between these two big teams?
Oh, I think it's going to be very tight. I mean, if you look at this championship throughout the year, there's very little between any of these teams. You know, puck and ball is really all between them, and I don't expect that different today. So, like, I mean, it's free taking is going to be crucial, as it was in the last game. So, look, that could come down to the free taking contest. Finals are early affairs, and you know, the team that settles and gets their free taking going and can often come out on the right side of it. So, I don't expect to be too much in this game.
And Brendan's mentioned there already, Paul, about the nerves. Of course, we saw plenty of them in that last game, in the intermediate game, and it took a while for some players to get going. But Oliver Plunkett's not the highest scoring team in the world, as opposed to Delvin, who are, you know, the likes of Dean and Josh and others who have scored plenty. So in this one, is Brendan said they're going to come down to freeze. Can we expect anything different maybe? Or Plunkett's got a tricky one to having to deal with those feisty Delvin forwards, we'll say.
Yeah, looking forward to the game. But you know, when they met earlier, I suppose Plunkett's won their match, went straight into the final, and you know, Delvin came through in the semi, and it's look, you've got a lot of lads here, a lot of lads on the Plunkett team have played a lot of football. They've been going all year now. It's been a tough year for them. As on the Delvin team, of course, you know, I mean, the standout player has been Dean Ennis this year in the championship. He's been excellent, but they've lots of scoring forwards there, Delvin. You know, they've Darragh Clinton there as well, and Killian Murphy, all capable of getting the scores in the day. And over on the other side, then, you know, you've got Andrew Cunningham will be on the freeze for Plunkett. He's been very good this year, been very accurate. Sorry, Matthew Cunningham on the freeze. And look, they've a very young midfield there, Plunkett and Nathan Cornally and Shane Ormsby. You know, it's a big step up for them today. It's a big game. As we saw, you said nerves for the young team. The Turin young players just probably didn't perform there in the last game. So Plunkett will be hoping to use their experience, get a few experienced lads on the ball today.
Yeah, and of course our management, of course, will have plenty decisions to make beforehand, and we're going to have a quick chat with a couple of them now. So we have Seamus Ennis, the Delvin manager, first, followed then by Dermot Curley from St Oliver Plunkett.
Seamus Ennis, Delvin Hurling manager. Seamus, all set for the big day?
Yeah, we'd like to think so anyway. Our prep has been good, but sure, you won't know till the ball's thrown in, will you, really?
And lucky with conditions, the rain is holding off really well, so all set for a good game?
Yeah, I was looking out there. It feels like there's a bit of a storm coming, all right. Hopefully it won't come before the end of the game. Yeah. Hopefully we'll bring the storm ourselves if we're lucky.
And you're very familiar with St Oliver Plunkett, of course, having played them already. It has all the makings of a tight match. Any injury concerns for yourself?
We had a few niggles, but we think we mopped them up there during the week. Yeah, they're a good team, you know. It'll take everything we have to beat them. We're only too well aware of the task we have ahead of us.
And you have a great level of support here today. Great to see all the maroon and white in the stands.
Yeah, it's been a while since Delvin got their hands on any silverware, so they're coming, we'll say, to support us as best we can. Give them a good day out if we can, you know.
Thanks, Seamus, and the very best of luck in today's final.
Just want to say hello to my daughter Saffron. She's in the UK watching ERV TV at the minute. Hi Saffron, wish us the best of luck. Thank you.
Dermot Curley, manager of St Oliver Plunkett Mullingar. Dermot, all set for the big final today?
Yeah, no, we're all set. We've got a full squad, everyone's injury free. A bit of a break has served us well over the last few weeks, so get a few lads back from injuries. Yeah, we're all set, ready to go.
Yeah, and you must be delighted to have all the players coming through last weekend because of the busy weekend of football.
Yeah, we had 12 players playing football last weekend, so between Shandona, between Lomans and Shamrocks and junior and senior. So lucky enough for us, the 12 lads came through injury free. Davy Gavin managed to get a bit of game time as well after his bit of a hamstring injury. So yeah, all delighted that they all came through and they're all ready to go.
And a big day for the club and for Mullingar Hurling, Dermot?
Yeah, it's a big day for the club, big day for our club, and big day for Hurling and Mullingar. We've been here before, so we know what to expect. Delvin will put up a ferocious challenge for us. A very close game the last day, but yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And you must be happy enough with conditions because it was looking like it was going to be rain, but it's holding up very well out there.
It's holding up well. The pitch is always in great condition here in Cusack Park. Look, if there's a bit of rain, we've played in rain, we've played in strong winds conditions this year, so look, we have experience of playing under all those conditions, so look, we just have to face whatever comes our way.
Well, Dermot, the very best of luck in today's final.
Thanks very much.
And after hearing from our two minders, Dermot and Seamus there, our thoughts turn to the game itself, as we're only a couple of minutes away from throwing here in TEG Cusack Park on TV. But Brendan, as we've mentioned already about both sides, there are plenty of key battles there. We mentioned about Plunkett as well, John Fry, Zach Hurling, Dylan Carey in the back line. They're going to have a tough up against this Delvin.
Yeah, like Delvin forwards have been very lively this year, like Kieran Fenlon and Dean Ennis and the evergreen Patrick Cloone, or Pikey Cloone as he's known. He's causing havoc there for defences all year. He mightn't be scoring heavily, but he's creating opportunities for the others, and I think the Plunkett's full back line are going to have their hands full there. It's going to be fairly physical with Pikey around the square there, so that's one of the aspects. Another key battle will be with Aaron Craig and Killian Murphy. That's two really, like Aaron has been a standout defender for Westmeath for many years, and Killian is a quality player too, so that's going to be a key battle as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Paul, looking at the midfield for Plunkett, you have Nathan and Shane in there, of course, two young lads, but experience as well, but at the same time they're still very young lads up against Josh Cullen or Fenlon.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough one to call.
Yeah, absolutely. Nathan's a very talented hurler, coming from great hurling background. The Plunkett's there, the Cornellies, but he's a very light young player. When he gets in the ball, he can make good use of it. Shane Ormsby's the big, tall, imposing player. Likes to make good catches in the ball, and then get Josh Call on the other side. Very talented, coming back into himself. Extremely talented hurler, and Aaron Fenner will work hard and he'll win the ball and win the dirty ball in there. So yeah, great battle. You could see Delvin maybe having the upper hand in that battle.
Yeah, and we saw in the intermediate game as well how a lot of people, of course, had kind of not written sure enough, but it kind of said that obviously Brigids coming into it, maybe a little bit stronger and all that, and it came down right to the end. And could we see the same in this one, Brendan? Would you expect it to come down to?
I think so, absolutely. I think in any of the finals in previous years in this competition, there has been very little in these games. I think the Dolphins won the game here last year.
That's right, yeah.
Delvin missed the last minute point. So Delvin are going to be very hungry today. I think they want to set the record straight now, and they're going to be. I think they're going to push Plunkett's very hard in this game.
And if I was to get you off the fence, Paul, and ask you to pick a winner and why, who would you be looking at?
Well, I know I went against Plunkett's in the final last year. I win here, and Conor Bracken let me know that I haven't tipped them. So look, it's very hard to call. I'll go with. I just think Delvin might have the better scoring power today in the forwards. So I'll just give the nod to Delvin.
And Brendan, any?
I kind of agree with Paul. Delvin have just a little bit more quality up front. Like Garrett Clinton is a real top quality forward, and he's been away for a bit during the summer, but he's back on track now, and if he hits form, he's capable of racking up big scores, so I think he'll be a handful for the Plunkett's backline.
So 2 for Delvin here, and I'm going to make it 3 for Delvin as well. So the destination of the Mickey Power Cup for 2025 is on the line here. We're going to go to an ad break, and we'll be back with you then soon after, so please stay with us here on Earvy TV.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shemarta Precast.
Welcome viewers back for the second part of the double header here in TEG Cusack Park. This is Slevin coach's senior hurling B final between Oliver Plunkett and Delvin. I'm joined in co-com by Pat O'Brien today. Pat, this is the makings of a real good game. Oliver Plunkett's relegated from senior last year. Delvin beaten in the final. So on paper we have the two strongest teams in senior B here in the final.
Yeah, I think that's the predicament that we were in. That Oliver Plunkett and Delvin led the senior B championship all the way. And the last round robin game, it was a winner take all to get into the final. And Plunkett went through. Delvin playing off a semi-final. So look, it has the makings of a good final because both of them have been racking up good scores, have been defending quite well. The last day it was only 3 points in it, and I possibly felt that it possibly could have ended in a draw because Delvin had opportunities to get it level at the end and it just slipped away. So we'll be hoping for a good game. I suppose just for our viewers, I'd just like to compliment our host here, Ray, on being part of the management team on the St. Brigids, who have just lifted the intermediate cup in dramatic fashion after a very, very entertaining game. So hearty congratulations to him and his team.
Thank you very much, Pat. Going to come back down there to get back on here in the commentary, but look, I'm looking forward to this game. Plunkett, as you said, got the win the last game. Delvin are coming now on the back of a semi-final, which is great when you get a semi-final and win it. So that sets them up for this, and so they have played a game. But talking last night to Connie McCormick on the podcast, he was saying that they used that time to recover from injury. So I suppose there's no real advantage to either. He's going to be the best team on the day.
Yeah, well, that's true enough. It has gone the route that sometimes the teams that go straight into the final are well able to win it. They're able to fill that space by, challenge matches or in-house games, or maybe relax for a week or so, take the pressure off, clear up injuries, whatever it was. So, look, at Delvin, no what to expect. They have had a good game against Ringtown. They played well. A lot of my prediction would have hinged on the weather, and the weather is okay as regards Delvin. They're like a dry sod on a dry ball because they're a little bit lighter than Plunkett's, and their most skillful players would be the likes of Dean Ennis, Josh Call, Adam Ennis. These guys, they're top of the ground players, so it'll be interesting to see. So we'll be hoping that the ball is moved well and that lads contribute to bringing their A game to hold the game.
Well, look, with that, Pat, we're queued up nicely to give the two teams to our viewers at home. And we're going to start with the Oliver Plunkett's team. And they line out one change from the listed team in the programme here in the game. With Conor Bracken, the number 16, starts in goals in place of Greg Gavin. Full back line, John Fry at 2, Zach Ahern at 3, and Dylan Carey at 4. In the half back line, Liam Carey's at 5, Aaron Craig, the centre back, at 6, and Brian Reedy at 7. Middle of the field, Nathan Cornally wears 8, and heel partner Shane Ormsby would wear 9. In the half forward line, Matthew Cunningham at 10, centre half forward is Colin O'Leary, he wears 11, and Donald McGuire completes the half forward line. And the inside line, Thomas Meehan at 13, Davy Gavin at 14, and Andrew Cunningham completes the Oliver Plunkett's line-up. The Delvin line now as selecting the programme. Stephen Riley is their goalkeeper, number 1. A full back line, Adam McCormick at 2, Sean Hockter at 3, and Jack Ford at 4. In the half back line, Paddy Farrington wears 5, Adam Ennis at 6, and Ross Gaffney at 7. Middle of the field today for Delvin, Josh Codd at 8, and Aaron Fenton at 9. Half forward line, Endon Newman's at 10, Killian Murphy 11, and Dean Ennis at 12. And an inside line, Kieran Fenton at 13, Patrick Clune at 14, and completing the Delvin line at number 15, Dara Clinton. We're going to break down for our on the being a referee for today's game, Mickey Dan Murta.
No, it's Jimmy Greville.
Jimmy Greville, my mistake. I see. formalities are all out of the way. Pat, Delvin have lost the last 3 Senior B finals. There'll be, and you said it, there's nothing, nice and easy in sport. It's just because they've won 3 doesn't mean they're going to win this one today. As Plunkett's will be hoping to make the return straight back up to the senior ranks.
Yeah, well, that's true enough, but look, you put the past behind you. The past is the past. You look forward all your life, and that's it. This is another opportunity for one of these teams to get back into senior. Both of them tasted the heights of senior there over the last, say, 4 or 5 years, and they acquitted themselves reasonably well. So I know in their heart and soul they're saying, we're ready now to go back up. The taste of playing Senior A hurling is an awful lot greater than playing in the Senior B or the intermediate. So the emphasis is on both of them. Have a cut at it. See where it brings you.
Yeah, we're all ready to go. Side line out. As I said, the one change for Plunkett. Delvin has selected. The referee is Jimmy Grebel. He's pushing everyone back inside the 245-metre lines, and he's ready to get us underway again. He's
giving a lot of signals here, left and right. I'm not sure what it's about, but you need to get rid of the ball or someone is going to run over him.
Yeah, and he gets back in. He does bounce it into the ground. Josh Call is the first one to get on. It looked like a foul, and Josh Call there, referee doesn't see it, and it breaks across to the far side. Aaron Craig gets it into his hand. He's under severe pressure, pops a little ball back, and Plunkett's have it over there. Liam Carey just moves it down the line now, and nice ball played in front of Davy Gavin. Davy recovering from a hand injury, fit to start here today. Stands on just outside the 45-metre line. He let that one in, and he liked the look of it as soon as left his stick. And we have the opening score, Pat, 30 seconds. Yeah. Davy Gavin with the point.
Davy Gavin was one player I was wondering would he make it today or not, because he has been injured with Mullingar and Plunkett. So he's a key player for the Plunketts today.
Puck out from Stephen Riley down the far side. It goes to Dean Ennis. He gets his first opportunity, and we see that Oliver Plunkett have their work done. They know Dean Ennis is the danger man with 3 white and green jerseys coming around at that time, but then
it's a free out.
Coming out as a free out of the water. Couldn't understand why there wasn't a free in the
Unbelievable.
Might just get a look at it. No.
Yeah. Dean Ennis actually travelled and he kind of got swallowed up. I thought there was a loose hurl there, but he didn't seem to get the rub of the green from the ref. So anyway, it's a free out. We take it as it is.
Conor Bracken. Conor is renowned for these long range scores. He's taking this one. He's just 3 or 4 metres outside his own 45-metre line as he comes forward. First real strike of the ball today, and it's a long ball, dangerous ball. Delvin, keep it in play. It might have been better to try and let it go wide there. Was inside the 13-metre line, rough ball in there, and it finally breaks out, and it is the Plunkett's men that have it again. But a great block down there, because there was a shot coming on goals there, but well blocked down, and a good long relieving clearance here as Endon Newman goes for the ball. Endon had the ball knocked away from him, and it's picked up here by the midfielder. That's Nathan Cornally. Cornally gets away from 3 Delvin jerseys, and then he tried to give the ball inside, but Adam Ennis too long on the tooth to fall for that one, so he picks it up, steps in, gives it off to Killian Murphy, and a first chance here now to get the ball in towards Dara Clinton. Oh, lovely little ball from Pikey into Clinton. The ball over the top, opportunity from Kieran Fenlon, but he doesn't get the ball to hand, and Plunkett's have the numbers back there. Referee obviously going to let things move along here. No foul there, and the ball is cleared. It's cleared out over the side. Oh, Pat, what a chance of a goal.
An absolute brilliant. A great take by Darragh Clinton, and he done the right thing. He was being covered. He slipped it possibly a fraction too strong. And last, I just really like that this guy, Kieran Felton, and he played really well in the semi-final. So it's a pity it didn't just happen for him.
Yeah, Delvin working short here. Colin and Dean Ennis now. Josh Colin, he gets the first chance to get a shot away in anger, and he fires it over the bar. And that's a good omen for the Delvin men, because Josh Call, they need him hitting the top of the ground. Pat, he did well there.
Very good start. 2-3 in the first 3 minutes. Great enthusiasm and great drive by both teams.
Puck out is down the far side. Sean Hockers, new full back in for Delvin, came on into the team in the last group game against Oliver Plunkett, and the ball was played across here, and good work there by Ross Gaffney. Gaffney is another young player that stepped in. He does well. Has Adam Ennis sitting back in the pocket. He moves it forward as far as Killian Murphy. Killian looks around. He's looking for Clinton here. The ball will stay in play. There's not much life in it. Clinton trying to take it on the turn here, but good defending there, but Clinton's fighting for it, and nice work there back in defence there by the Oliver Plunkett's men. They get the ball away and cleared it right down the line. Close to the sideline here, nothing that Ross Gaffney can do about it. And it's gone out over, I think that was Zach Ahern.
Good play by Zach Ahern. He's marshalling Darren Clinton as tight as he can.
The ball has gone out over the side. I thought it was going to be an Oliver Plunkett's ball. They did too, but Mickey Dennis lost doing his signal for Delvin. Aaron Fenton, then Aaron cuts it in. Nice ball. Clinton tries to take it down, but it runs through. Kieran Fenton, he's trying to get on. It looked like he wasn't fouled because picked up by Martin Ewan, or Enda Newman. Enda fired the ball, very quick ball out as far as Clinton, but Clinton from a standing position was never going to get the strike away. And another ruck ball here, but Killian Murphy uses all his experience getting it off now to Josh Call. Josh at the point for the taking, and he does exactly that.
Yeah. Look at it. Enda Newman passed the ball back. It looked like he could score himself, and he put complete pressure on Dara Clinton. But good recovery by Delvin. This man Josh Call is a really sweet hurler too. Lovely scores.
Yeah. And from that puck out, Delvin have the numbers in there. Jack Ford is there. Jack gives it off quickly to Paddy Farrington. Farrington, loose ball straight down the centre where Aaron Craig is all on his own. And he returns it with interest here now. Adam McCormick is the corner back. Adam does well. He has to be careful. There's 2 white jerseys in on him. He's under severe pressure. Ball is knocked out of his hand and is taken away by Matty Cunningham. But Dean Ennis is covering back there with his teammate as the ball was thrown up. Dean gets a little flick and it's gone out over the sideline. And Matty Cunningham is going to take this on the 20-minute line. Matty Cunningham was a young player in this corresponding group game, was excellent for Oliver Plunkett.
Yeah.
And he was in with the county squad this year and certainly has improved his hurling.
Good line ball.
Nice ball into the centre, but Adam Ennis standing on his own, and that's large part.
Killian Murphy, he'll probably look for Clinton.
Yeah, you call it straight away. Clinton had made the room to get out here on front of Zach Ahern. Gets the call to take on his man. He does fire the shot in, but I don't think it's going to be on target.
The one thing about Dara is he shoots on sight. He needs to know exactly where the posts are, but he turns and shoots.
Conor Bracken trying to drill a low ball out to Matty Cunningham, but Josh Call intercepts it, and Josh Call is on fire. 3 from 3, Pat.
Yeah.
Great start for the young man.
Absolutely, but he is a class act. This guy is the future of Westmeath if he continues and the vein he's in. But 3 strikes, 3 super scores.
Yeah, we're
from a midfielder.
We haven't hit the 6-minute mark as Conor Bracken just goes long as far as he can down. John Hochter doesn't judge his righty, and Davy Gavin is on to it. Good tracking back there by the number 5, Paddy Farrington. He's an experienced player as well. Gets the ball out a little bit further, but there's going to be a chance here now for Oliver Plunkett, and the shot has come in, and I think this is on a target as well. I think it was Donegal Maguire with that shot.
Great shooting for the first few minutes. 3 points to 2, 6 minutes. Very entertaining.
Stephen Riley ready again with the puck out. Stephen goes long. He's looking for Dean Ennis down this side of the field. Ball well picked up there by the wing back. That's Liam Carey. Liam coming forward now, and he lays off the hand pass looking for Matty Cunningham. Matty gets the ball, but has a couple of maroon jerseys for company there. He gets the shot in, and with that we have the first white for Oliver Plunkett's Matty Cunningham. Off balance a little bit there.
Just interesting to see this guy, number 5, Liam Carey, with Oliver Plunkett. He could have been a Brigids man in the previous game because he comes from Rochester Bridge. But
plays football. All his football with Rochester Bridge, St Mary's Rochester Bridge. So he's out here in the green and white here now, and Aaron Craig looking to get it over here to Matty Cunningham. Picked up there by Jack Ford. Jack, a young player, he came on in that previous game against Oliver Plunkett. He's a young, inexperienced player. He's going to make mistakes, but Delvin and Fairness have trusted him, and they're working hard here now in the pike. The one thing he hasn't got is inexperience. He has loads of experience. The hits are coming in thick and fast. Brian Reedy does well to get it over to Aaron Craig, and Craig goes long inside. The goalkeeper Stephen Riley. Stephen nice and controlling that one, gets it, and he fired.
Clinton is in the ball again.
Ball is a chance here now for Killian Murphy to get this, and again, like a hot potato, he just gives it back to Paddy Farrington. Farrington down the line, looking for Dean Ennis. Dean has been tightly marked over there, but he's outnumbered completely. Referee not giving him anything soft. Dean is still trying to get his feet around and get it out into a little bit of space. I don't know, Jimmy Gravel, he is trying to blow the whistle there, and then doesn't blow it, but he only signals now that the ball has gone out over the sideline there. So
yeah, it's good defending by Oliver Plunkett. They've highlighted the likes of Dean Ennis and Darren Clinton, and they're glued tight just at the moment, but these lads will get loose at some stage as the game wears on, but at the moment it's the upper hand for the defence.
8.5 minutes, 3-2 for the Delvin men. It's a long cut out. Aaron Craig, a huge, and it might work out because Matty Cunningham is going running in, and he's flicked it on in front of him. Chance here, tackle hard. Can he finish? Yes, he can, to the back of the net. The open goal comes from the stick of Matty Cunningham there. A huge line ball from Aaron Craig. Pat, you'll take it from there then.
Absolutely, Aaron Craig hit a line ball that must have went 80 yards the whole length of the field, but they broke nicely from Matthew Cunningham. He went through, took the tackle, and then one-handed into the corner of the net. Good score. Great boost for Oliver Plunkett.
Yeah, the puck out is down this side of the field here. Picked up for Delvin by their number 9 is Aaron Fenton. Fenton nicely on to Coll. Little bit of room to get a strike out again. That's a great response from Josh Coll. But worryingly for Seamus Ennis, he's their only scorer. But he's done well. 4 points from the midfielder. 1-2 to 4 points. And we're just 9.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, no, that's a superb. That's actually on his opposite hand this time. So he's a gifted hurler. He's, I suppose, more freedom out around the middle of the field. We used to see him in the corner forward position.
Yeah. Seems to be that way. The ball is tussled for it down here again. Aaron Fenlon's trying to get it, but Plunkett's have a chance. Plunkett's man goes to ground. Looked like there was a tug on him. He's looking around at the referee pleadingly there, but he's not going to get anything. But the referee has signalled it's a line ball. This line ball just inside Delvin's own 45. It was Nathan Cornally with the number 8 that was gone to ground.
I'd say the Delvin management would like to see some of their forwards getting on the scoreboard now. They're relying totally on the midfielder who was chipped in with 4 points, which is a rare thing to see, but
yeah, nice
it's a
line
thing
ball
of beauty.
taken by Adam Ennis, but in rugby parlance he just gained ground on it because it hopped and bounced out over the sideline, but it's now down
back with the man who cut the last one, whether he's able to do the same on this side of the pitch.
Yeah, he's back just inside his own 45-metre line. Linesman removes the flag there.
But Aaron Craig would be one of their kingpins because huge county experience. Another great line ball.
Great line ball, but
this time it's cut out by Adam Ennis.
Yeah, the other number 6, he did well to read that one. He comes forward, a long hand pass, but not the best one in the world there. He's looking for his brother Dean. Dean trying to put pressure on Donegal Maguire, but Maguire has it there and does well. Just give it.
Very good.
Ball down the line now. There's a chance for the midfielder, Shane Ormsby. Ormsby opens the shoulders, fires it in. Stevie Riley, all the time in the world to step out and bounce it. Needs to get it out of that danger. He gave it to Sean Hochter. Sean, not the best clearance in the world now, and it's going to come back at him again because Maguire has a chance. Hand pass over to the far side, and the shot comes in. Umpire signal.
They're happy.
And it's over the bar.
Great score again, but a very loose clearance. Like the goalkeeper Stephen had the ball, and he actually put the full back a little bit of pressure by giving him the hand pass.
I think it was Thomas Meehan that finished that one over the bar.
It was a good recovery of Mullingar. Now Dean Ennis on his bike.
Dean with a chance, but you can see the white chair just getting the hands in around him, making sure he can't get through the gap there, but he's in around the 20-metre line. Players tussling forward, it comes back out.
That looks good.
And then Newman, I think it was, to pick that one up, and then the fires that one over the bar. Lovely score.
Delvin management not too happy with some of the decisions on Dean Ennis. He seemed to be tugged back again, but no free result. But anyway, the play opened up and they got the reward with a point.
Yeah, the puck out has gone long down this side of the field. Tackle coming in here, 2 big men tossing. Adam Ennis with a nice little reverse ball into Matty Cunningham. Matty on the turn or on the run takes, but he fires that one just across the face of the goals.
Yeah, just a little bit unlucky. Like Matthew Cunningham he didn't feature in the Westmeath teams last year, but he was on the panel the whole year, so he probably gained a lot of experience in the training setup.
Yeah, puck out from Stevie Riley is batted down very well by Shane Ormsby, and more importantly, Oliver Plunkett's have Aaron Craig onto the breaking ball. Craig low balling, knows exactly what Davy Gavin likes. Davy has gone round his man, and referee this time has his hand in the air, and I'm sure he's awarding a free, and I'm sure the 2 men down here below us will wonder what they have to do at the far end, because
it looked simple enough passage of play to me, but Davy Gavin is a very, very strong man, and his motto is win it and run at you. And that's what he done. He took the full back on completely there, Sean Hopter, and possibly there must have been a foul. Jimmy knows what he's seen, so it's not the easiest to freeze. The angle is tight, but I would presume if his practice is done, he should be able to get it.
Yeah, well, it's just outside the 20-metre line. He's halfway between the 40-metre arc and the old D, as I said. So Davy did carry an injury into this game, but fit to start. So he's going to take this one, lifts it, rifles it in. The 2 umpires signal, strikes it well over the bar.
That's 2 points for Davy. He won the free and he had scored one earlier.
Yeah, he'll be happy with how it has started so far. As Stevie Riley gets his underway again, Stevie goes long, looking for half forward line, the breaks inside, and Josh Call almost read the breakdown, but he carried the ball forward, half hook there as he was trying to get the strike in, and straight into Aaron Craig, and Craig goes short with it. Plunkett need to get out with it. Yeah, Shane Ormsby there.
Shane Ormsby a little bit carried it too long, and he had plenty of time to get the strike in, Ray.
Yeah, he just wanted an extra yard or two back to get out of the traffic as such, and yeah, credit to the referee, he's right on top of things. No problem with that one.
An easy one to call, but this is a good opportunity for Dean now to get on the scoreboard and get Delvin back in. That's been a good lively start, I must say. 14 minutes. If he gets this, we're down to a 1-point game again.
Yeah, Dean's going to take this, and he's probably a little bit closer to the 45 than the 65, but you know, he strikes off his left hand, so well within his range. Left side, he strikes, you know, he struck it high. Makes no mistake. There is a little bit of a breeze out there, Pat, kind of going across the goal. So the higher you hit them up in the air, the more impact the wind can have on them.
But that's just it. Most of these free takers nowadays keep it low trajectory, so that's just going over the crossbar. But
yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, the puck out is broken down in the centre, but Josh Call got it. But Josh, this time he was looking for Kieran Fenton over there on the far side, but Kieran can't keep it in play. A line ball, and Aaron Craig is going to take it over again. The last one he took from over there, Pat, and ended up on the back of the net at the other end. So Delvin will want to be more awake for this. See, Adam Ennis just seems to be sitting in as a spare man there, so he'll try and read this one. He did on the line ball that came from this side of the field. So Aaron cuts it. Doesn't get as much distance, but gets nice height in it. And Paddy Farrington is coming across here with Ormsby, but Ormsby shrugs him off, carrying it forward, not taking too many steps this time as he fires it in, and it's a lovely strike on the run for the big midfielder there, and that's his first point of the Slevin's coach's Senior B final, and we're back out to a 2-point game.
Yeah, Delvin management won't be happy with that because Adam Ennis was the spare man at the back that time. I know the ball didn't go the full length, but there definitely was enough of bodies there to control it.
Puck out is over the far side. Dean Ennis somehow got it away from Aaron Craig, and he fires in looking for Clinton, but Zach Ahern is there. Zach just reading the danger, gets it away from the danger area. He wasn't going to allow himself to be blocked down. Ball is cleared out over the sideline. A line ball that Dean Ennis has gone over to take again.
Yeah, Dean Ennis is on the ball, but I think he's been well marshalled. I think he got a slight bit of a hook on that time, and the ball didn't get the full length. But Zach Ahern is marshalling and Darren Clinton very, very well.
This line ball is over there between.
I think it's Darren Clinton is hitting this one.
He's gone out to take it.
Not so good, not so good.
Straight to the Oliver Plunkett's men, and they have a chance now to clear it. Ball dropped by Craig there, and just taking a little bit much out of it there, and they managed to get it over to that far side where it's moved forward first time down the line, looking for Davy Gavin. Davy, this one goes under his hand there, and Delvin have the numbers back there, and Adam Ennis not carrying it, just opens his shoulder and drives it down, but manages to find the one Oliver Plunkett's man standing on his own. It's Liam Carey. Carey shortens the stick, fires it into the corner. Ball bounces out off the Plunkett's man, but they do hold the possession there. That's Andrew Cunningham. Cunningham back out into the centre. Donegal Maguire just control, let him down for a second, but he has a chance now to carry it forward. Good vision there as he pops the ball inside. Adam Ennis doesn't take it. There's a chance now for Colin O'Leary. O'Leary has he the room? He has indeed, and he finishes to the net. Great boost for Plunkett again there.
Yeah, they just walked through the centre there and threw the ball around. Like you see, the last ball was cleared by Adam Ennis, but he hit it straight through the loose man who's a sweeper at this end. You know, and it was well worked through. He didn't get to cut out the clearance then, and Colin O'Leary picked it up and went straight through, and good goal.
Delvin have won the puck out again with Paddy Farrington. He fires it down into the corner. He's looking for Kelly and Murphy. Murphy's going to be beaten to here by Zach Ahern. Delvin trying to just put a little bit of a squeeze on the Plunkett's defenders there, and they do work it out. Patrick Clune gives it back out as far as Clinton, but Clinton a little bit of a hit and hope. There was nobody in there in front of the goal, so Paddy had to take the shot on.
Yeah, but it's a kind of a pot shot. Like, I mean, you have to make that little bit of space for yourself, spin around. A guy of his experience should know that. They're not easy scorer like that.
Yeah, the puck out has gone short to Liam Carey again, and Carey has a man coming off the shoulder. That's Brian Reedy, and Reedy, lovely low ball down into the corner. Andrew Cunningham trying to get it, but good tackling there by Adam McCormack. McCormack looked like he was favoured to win it. Delvin is on the ground, but Oliver Plunkett have the possession here now, and the shot comes in from Andrew Cunningham. Dangerous. Stevie Riley's got to be careful, and He got a stick on it, Pat. They're dangerous when you start trying to take them
absolutely.
down. He did deflect it over the crossbar. Another point there. We're gone out to 2 goals between the sides, 2-6 to 6, 18 and 3/4 minutes. Donegal Maguire dispossessed out here in the centre, and Dean Ennis, the chance to come forward this time, doesn't take on the defence and just plays a little low ball in as far as Kieran Fenlon. But Fenlon, this and Clinton is there in support, but Clinton overhit his intended target, but it might still work out. Looked like they were pushing the back, and Josh just flicked the ball away, and Aaron Craig has I think it's Craig anyway, trying to get out, and then the referee signals
throw ball.
It's not Aaron Craig, but I don't know how he could actually see that one. But anyway, from the angle we had here, it looked like there was a hand contact to it, but
Delvin is just, they're not getting into the rhythm. Apart from Josh Connell, they seem to be, marked very tight. They can't just break away loose to get the free shots and express themselves. So that's great credit to Plunkett's defence.
Yeah,
they're really keeping there. And I suppose you look out through the two teams, little bit more physicality in the Plunkett's outfit.
Yeah, and I think it was Liam Carey actually that was pulled for that hand pass, but Dean Ennis has a chance from the free. He makes no mistake, and always, Pat, I think when you concede a goal, it's nice to get the next score and just to get back the momentum for you a little bit then, and he'd be happy enough with that.
Like, there's 20 minutes gone, and the Delvin management has to be annoyed with their forwards because they haven't scored from play. Nobody has scored from play apart from the midfielder.
Yeah. And the new one actually has got one, Pat, but we're not split hairs over that.
Excuse me, he has one.
The chance of Pikey Clone, Pikey gives it to Clinton, but Clinton over the shoulder, blind shot, but nobody inside. I think it's Killian Murphy has gone into the full forward position, but again, nothing he could do about that one. Hit and
That was
home.
another ball, Ray, that he should have moved his feet and just made that small little swivel around to make sure that the shot was accurate. It's a shot to nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're within his range. Like he is time with 65-metre line, with time, you put the house on Clinton, fire them up. But
you call Clinton your shooter. I mean, the 11 boys are looking for him. Every time Murphy gets the ball, he's looking for Clinton. And, he just needs to be more relaxed on it.
Line ball taken over on the far side. The huge line ball there from Josh Call as well. But Aaron Craig shows all his experience there. He's given a free in, Pat. I don't know.
I actually thought it was a free on Aaron Craig actually coming out, but there's no dispute on it though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Was there a third man tackling in it, Pat? I don't. We'll get a look at it on the replay there now.
I don't know. I just can't see it, but there's no complaints from Oliver Plunkett, so we'll take it.
Yeah, and it's an important free. Dean fires it in. He fires it. Letting it up into the air, I said it. It's difficult from that side. You need to be keeping them sort of not much over the crossbar and don't let the wind take it. But anyway, Plunkett won't mind. Conor Bracken has launched a huge ball down that far side. Davy Gavin is trying to get on. Ball is flicked up in the air and they have a chance now getting the ball inside. Honestly, with a shot. Oh! What a finish in the big midfielder. Pat, I'm going to say to you, goals win games, as I know I'm saying, and certainly Plunkett are goal hungry today.
Well, I mean, there are 3 goals at the moment. Plunkett's are running riot. I mean, apart from the first couple of minutes, they have taken full control of this game. Like from the back with Aaron Craig, and then the midfield with Dempsey.
Yeah, puck out is dropped for Dean Ennis to pick it up, and Dean did that one over the bar. But 3, 6, 8 points, 15 to 8, 7 points between them. 22.5 minutes on the clock.
Look, it's a tall task at the moment, but there's plenty of time. Delvin haven't got into the rhythm. That was the first time Dean Ennis got away from his man, and he showed what he can do.
Conor Bracken targeting Davy Gavin over on that far side. Davy doesn't win that. Delvin knock at the ground, but the chance to get the shot in from, I think it was Matty Cunningham that time. No, Matty's going to send a red helmet in there again, but Delvin defender struggling here, need to get this ball. Adam McCormick is fighting hard in there. He needs a bit of support. But the shot comes in. Stevie Riley had to be behind that one, but it's gone to the back of the net. But referee has blown the. Yeah, he's blown the free out. There was an attack on the goalkeeper there. He's gone to ground anyway.
Down at the other end, to see Deming Kieran, one of the selectors, is fitter than most of the players. He's gone the whole way down to the goalkeeper, give him other instructions. I don't think Conor Bracken needs any instructions whatsoever, because every puck out he's finding his man. And at this moment, he's been put to the stand.
Yeah. I didn't have a chance to catch his breath now, Pat, anyway, that's for sure. I'm looking down below in front of us as well, Pat. Alan Cox is about to be introduced. He's wearing number 22.
Yeah. We were surprised he had, well, I suppose, look, he hadn't started in the semi-final because he was out in Dubai. He only flew him home. It was a gamble, I suppose, not to start him, but he's a key player for Delvin. So, look, he's coming in at, 23 minutes.
Yeah.
So, they're taking off the wing back.
The wing back, Paddy Farrington is coming off.
Right. Paddy Farrington would have been a household name in Delvin for a long time.
But, again, Shane Ormsby has had the better of that tussle, a goal in the pint, but anyway, we're underway again. And Dean Ellis
aspect of the game, but it's a scoring opportunity for Davy, who he got one in the exact same spot.
Davy's trying to rob a few yards over there, but the referee is not going to fall for it. He's bringing him back towards the arc there. He's just inside it, but Davy was trying to make the angle a little bit nicer for himself.
It's a scoreable free anyway for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got one already.
We did struggle with that, but he got it.
I think he's got it between the uprights.
He seemed to be off balance in the strike, but he got enough of momentum to get it over.
Yeah, Stephen Riley, we're going to have no additional time, 14 seconds of it. And I suppose it wasn't much delay in it.
We did have one substitution.
We did, yeah. He only allowed the 14 seconds, and Oliver Plunkett's team forced to go in. 3-8 for Plunkett's, 12 points for Delvin. Looking at the flags over there, Pat, it's getting a little bit darker as we get into the evening, and the wind seems to have got up, if anything. It looks like there's maybe a small drop of rain coming on it, but
yeah, well,
11 scores to 12, but those 3 goals, one from Shane Ormsby, one from Matty Cunningham, and one from Colin O'Leary, have been the big scores of this game.
Absolutely. See, goals win matches, especially at this time of the year. Like, I mean, the ground is that little bit slower, and the atmosphere is slower for striking long deliveries. So, like, it was crucial scores for Plunkett. Delvin took after a bright start from Josh Call, their forward line got very hard to get going, but now they have kind of grown into the game. They've got 4 points in a row. The last free there, kind of a needless free to give away. Like, I mean, Davy Gavin is always going to put his hand up to catch the ball. If he caught it, he was over in the danger area. That, you know, his chances of scoring were slim enough, but it was simple foul.
Yeah. Pat, just before we continue, I think we want to apologise to our viewers at home tuned into the match. I think we had a loss of pictures there for some time during that opening half, but hopefully didn't spoil your enjoyment, and we're back on stream again. Sorry, Pat, I just asked to make that announcement. But they'll be worried up, Pat, in that Delvin defence. Shane Ormsby, split them wide open going through for the goal. Matty Cunningham got in as well. They're getting in too easy for goals. Yeah. Colin O'Leary with the third one.
Yeah, well, you see, they're running at them, and if they're running at them, Mullingar have power and strength. And if they run and goes down through the centre, if they get past Adam Ennis, it opens up completely.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. Like, and I mean, most of the goals were got from close in once they got through. So,
yeah.
Delvin have to step up, or this game will drift away. But they have come back into it gradually. But they need to get more of the Dara and Killian Murphy and now Alan Cox definitely need to be more on the ball, taking chances, tighten up at the back. 3 goals in one half is a lot to concede.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of points, as Delvin having to threaten the goal. It takes a lot of points to pull that back.
Yeah, well, look, Pat, we're going to take a break here on the commentary. We'll be back pitch side with the lads in a couple of minutes, but for now, for myself and Pat, we'll take a break. But it is half time. So now we're Plunkett 3 goals and 8 points. Delvin 12 points. Back with the lads, and then we'll be back in commentary for the second half.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Welcome here to half-time here at TEG Cusack Park, the Senior B final. We're at half-time. It's Delvin 12 points, Plunkett's 3-8. It's 11 scores to Plunkett's, it's 12 to Delvin, but Brendan, at half-time, that doesn't really tell the story of the game. Plunkett's probably the better side overall in most positions.
Yeah, they'll be very happy scoring 3 goals. Delvin will be very disappointed that conceding 3 goals like that. There were balls over the top, straight through the middle, and, they'll be disappointed conceding those. But there's only 5 points in the game. There's a very strong win there, and the feature of the first half was the puck-outs by Conor Bracken. They were landed on the half-forward line, and Plunkett were getting the breaks off those, and the goals came off those breaks. So, if Delvin are still in this game, they just need to get their tighten up at the back, and they've only had Dean Ennis, Enda Newman, and Darragh Clinton scoring. Now, Josh Collins started well, and he had 4 points in play, and we thought he was going to, light the place up, but he's gone out of the game a little bit now. He needs to come back into the game and get Delvin moving in the middle of the field. But I think they're still in this game.
Yeah, and Paul, as Brendan has said, they're still in the game. For every goal that Plunkett's got, Delvin, to be fair, replied with a point fairly soon after. But they've had to make changes. They brought Alan Cox, they brought him all the way from the Middle East. They brought him onto the pitch here as well. But what do they need to do in the second half to maybe, stop the rot a little bit in defence?
Yeah, well, not alone when Delvin did get points, they had to work very hard for them, Darragh Clinton and that, and Josh Collins, he started off very well, but as Brendan said, it's been a real worry that for Delvin that the Plunkett's have got through so easily. But it's been lovely play by Plunkett's, some lovely play. Matthew Cunningham, he got one of the goals, a lovely hand pass in then for Shane Ormsby goal at the third goal. Lovely movement and open play, and you have to credit them. Well, one thing I will say when I started, I didn't realise that Conor Bracken was in goals. Greg was listed in the programme, and that's nothing against Greg Gavin, who I know very well. But Conor Bracken is a serious puck out. He's a serious hurler. Greg came in for the last couple of games for Plunkett's. Good move to put him in, Bracken, and he's been instrumental in a lot of their attacks and that. But Delvin Darragh Clinton's had a few shots there, and he's just shot aimlessly, and they've gone wide, and there's been no purpose. They need a bit of direction in their game, and where the ball is going into the forwards, and who's going to pick it up inside. They have the ability to get the scores and get back in the game. As Brendan said, 5 points, it's nothing in hurling. They've worked their way back into this game because they were 8 down at one stage, but it's going to be very difficult for them now. They have to tighten up in defence.
Yeah, and Brendan, that's fine for Plunkett's really, from Zach doing the defensive job. 9, 10, 11 have got the goals, and along with 12 as well. They're really kind of dominating a lot of the key areas of the pitch.
Well, the 6 forwards and one of the midfielders and Aaron Craig have all scored, and that's a great return for a first half of hurling. But Delvin are going to have to come out here now in the second half and really, attack this game, because they're really, the wind is in their face here.
Yeah.
Not literally, but they will be playing with the wind in the second half. But they have an uphill battle here. But they need to, as Paul said, get a better quality ball into their forwards. A lot of the ball going in is a bit slow, and they're not really opening up the defence at all. Like the likes of Aaron Craig there and the backs, Zach Ahern are covering those attacks. They're able to break them down, and Delvin need a bit of magic now to get something to ignite this game for them.
Yeah, and yet though, Paul, Patrick Clune just game.
Yeah, and he's got in once. He's got in twice actually. He got in twice. Once
for a very young man, of course.
He was fouled. I think it was Brian Reedy might have picked up a yellow card there, and they got a point over. But he has that threat all right. But it's Plunkett's. You have to credit, apart from those couple of times, Plunkett's defence has been very good. Liam Carey's been very good here, a wing half back, and they're on top of their game. They're winning all their individual battles, and then you've the quality of Aaron Craig, who when he drives the ball, drives it long, plays into the forwards. He set up the first goal actually. It was his sideline ball, and Delvin just haven't had that movement and the cohesion yet. As I said, they have it in them, but whether they can do it now, they're down to the second half, the pressure's on, they're going to have to get scores. If they fall any further behind, they're going to need a couple of goals themselves, and maybe they have to put Darragh Clinton in around the edge of the square to get those goals.
Yeah, the youth in midfield, Brendan, for the likes of Nathan and Shane and Donegal, he's not really having an issue on them.
No, Nathan was having a great game there. He's running at the defence, and he's really, I've been very impressed with him. He's taking on his man, and he's breaking the tackle, and then he's offloading, and you're giving a free man a shot then, and that's what they're doing, and it's working very well for them. And Shane is the same. He got in for that goal. He's going to pop up. And he's a great engine in him as well. He's going to keep going till the end. So, Delvin need to really up the ante now in the second half, and you know, they need a goal really to get them moving. Like that's really what they need, you know.
Yeah, 3 final defeats in 5 years. At 1 point lost last year. They don't want it to happen again.
No, so they'll be fiercely determined, and Seamus Ennis and Barry Kennedy will be driving that home, and Barry will be certainly driving them on now in that dressing before they come out for the second half. But look, Dermot Curley will have a cool head inside. He'll be nice and calm. He'll tell the players what to do, and even he'll be expecting Delvin to come at them now, all guns blazing for the second half. There's no doubt about that. And you know, he'll say that his Plunkett's offence will be able to weather the storm. And you know, Delvin have a lot of work to do here in this second half.
And the rain now starting to come down.
It's starting to come down now, and it's going to make for slippery conditions. Like, mistakes are going to happen, and that's, you know, the nature of it here. You know, a significant substitution there for Delvin in the first half was Alan Cox, and he scored a point. Like, you know, he's a quality player. He played in the county, and you know, if he can get into the game and start feeding the forwards, Delvin have a chance.
We're going to head over to a commercial break here in Irvine TV, but stay with us. The second half of this cracking game is going to come up. We don't know where it's going to go, Plunkett or Delvin, but it's going somewhere.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare.
I'm just trying to see, have we a couple of changes, Pat? I want to see who's gone up. But there is
one end at the Delvin end, and we had 18 Dean Point in his playing for number 11.
Anyway, we'll watch the
play.
Murphy.
Must be an injury or something there.
But anyway, first ball for Darragh Slinton at the start of the second half, but Darragh unfortunately doesn't get that one on target either.
Well, I mean, Killian Murphy's going to be a big loss to Delvin because he's one of the key players. We didn't know he was injured before half time.
We didn't know him, Pat, but he had gone into that full forward position there for a while, so maybe there was something there. But the puck out, and we're back in the play. Delvin have it over there. And then Newman trying to get away with balls dispossessed from Plunkett's habit. Certainly, earn every free out here, and it is picked up then by Enda Newman again. A nice ball down, the first chance for Poynton to get on the play. Managed to keep the ball in play, does he? No, he doesn't. It's gone out over the sideline. It was a difficult ball. Pat, the rain starting to fall here now. Conditions are going to get a little bit greasy.
And that's it. It'll get greasy because we're after having a nice dry spell, and like the top of the ground is lively, but once it starts to rain now, the ball will be that little bit spinning, skidding off it.
Yeah, Aaron Craig is over there on the far side ready to take this free.
Possibly something Delvin don't really relish now is the rain coming, but I would never. At the moment.
Line ball is taken. Delvin can't get it because it's picked up over there by the Oliver Plunkett's men, but they're making life very difficult and goes off. Colin O'Leary over there and it's gone off his stick. The linesman signals that it's going to be a line ball for the Delvin men. They'll be looking for the first score this half, Pat, and get a bit of momentum.
Yeah, they need to.
Is on their back now, really.
That's it. That was a good ball in.
Yeah, Josh Call cuts it in, taking the ground. No one able to get
Dean
clean
Ennis.
possession. Dean has it. Dean
He just has to find that space. Now, Clint.
Back out to Clinton. Clinton pulls the trigger this time. Umpire's looking up.
No.
Wide again.
Darragh has all these snapshots. Like, you know, I mean, he needs to move the feet, give yourself the opportunity to let the ball flow.
Yeah, second wide of the half is Conor Bracken has gone down this side of the field. Ross Gaffney there was tossed on there, and I think the linesman is saying that it went off the stick of Matt. He called him.
You want to be a brave man to argue against Mickey Dan. If he puts it up, you take it. So away we go.
Yeah, a good one it is too down the line, but ball dropped there. Who's on it? Dean
Ennis. He needs space.
To get through a whole posse of Oliver Plunkett's defenders after him. But
Jimmy. I think, personally, he's very, very hard done by. You know, the young lad picked up a ball. He was swarmed around. There was a lot of hands all around him. However, I never met the grade of refereeing.
3 outs hitting, goes off the hand of Shane Ormsby, and Adam Ennis is down there to pop it off there as far as Jack Ford, and Jack with a lovely relieving clearance over to the far side of the field. But picked up again by the Plunkett defenders over there, and they move it forward very close to the sideline. But
that's
looking at the tug back there on the hurl, but the referee doesn't give it, and then great tackling there, but the opportunity is still there for Plunkett, and that shot comes in.
It's wide.
Oh, it's gone left and wide, but it was certainly a fair effort there.
Yeah, it was a good effort from Matthew Cunningham, but the tempo from Delvin, you can see it has lifted, but they have to get into. They need the next couple of scores.
Yeah, the puck out is gathered here by Donegan Maguire. Donegan comes inside, gives it to Craig. Craig just lengthens the stick and makes sure he's not blocked, gets it inside. Cox almost had it in his hand, and then
now he got
like a bar of soap there, and it's popped out. Lovely ball from Adam Ennis on to Josh Call. Referee's playing the advantage, but
superb score.
I don't think we'll need it. 5 from the number 8, Pat. He's been excellent.
And every point is getting better as he hits them. You know, I mean, they don't need to get him on the ball as much, but they might have to push him forward a little bit more as this game wears on, because he's a shooter. He's on song today.
Puck out is picked up over there by Enda Newman on the far side. Enda down the line it goes, looking for Dean Poynter, but Zach Ahern reads it, and Zach thunders out with it, pops it off to Craig, and Craig a little flick, but he manages to get onto it himself there, because I think he thought Zach Ahern would continue the run there, but they weren't on the same page there just momentarily. But
Dean Poynton was just hoping for a ball to come back into him that time. It didn't go, and was it Aaron, I think, made the move, cut it out completely and brought it out, where Dean Poynton, you know, should have been just chased down every ball.
Yeah, line ball over there just inside the Delvin defensive half of the field, going to be taken by Craig over there. Goes shorter, Matty Cunningham makes himself available. Maybe not the best move in the world.
It works out.
It does work out, because Craig has it now and he's a chance to fire it in. Shane Ormsby is coming across there from one corner to the other, but
Adam Ennis well cut out, so back to the goalie.
Back to Stevie Riley, and Stevie
need to win this one. Dean Ennis on it. No, he's unlucky.
Yeah, but Dean had the defender right on top from there, but it broke kindly there to Donegan Maguire, and Maguire down the line, and Adam Ennis had his hurl pulled out of his hand there, and he gets the free. So free to one of the Ennises here so far anyway. So
you can see the Hurley man in with the towel, because it's getting greasy. It's not that it's raining a lot, but it's just that old misty damp, you know, and at this time of the year that can be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, Adam Ennis takes his free, looking for his brother down the line. Dean manages to let it run, but unfortunately,
see where the physicality there comes in.
Yeah,
and Mullingar, man, he stands up. Got a line ball for Delvin, but Mullingar just had that little bit more, you know, physical, especially when it comes into the run and tackles.
Yeah, John Fry that time was thundering out there, but Josh Call did well, just got the nudge on him, got him out over the sideline.
This is a ball now that Darren needs to keep in play, like, at all costs.
Oh, it's a good looking ball. Pat dropping right in there. Who's in
There's
there?
nobody under it.
I think it was Dean
Mullingar,
was
man.
in there, but Mullingar deal with it, and Aaron Craig has a chance to open the shoulders. Now Davies gone thundering across to the far side, has a little bit of support. Oh, Matty Cunningham, it almost worked for Matty there. He got a little flick on it. I think it might have hit one of the defenders, but Davy has still Cunningham there, and Cunningham drops the shoulder, take on his man, who looked like a good few steps on it there, and that one has gone across. That was a miss there, Pat, because Matty Cunningham had a chance there.
Yeah, Matty thinks he's not over happy with the decision of the ref, but I think it was a good decision this time by Jimmy.
Yeah, Dean Ennis, obviously.
I think Dean Ennis is going to have to buy you free, because he's certainly not going to get them. That was another difficult decision.
Yeah, John Fry sticking very much to his task anyway. He does get a line ball here. It's going to be taken by Clinton. Clinton cuts it in. It's going in at pace. And the Newman is on to it. Newman, look at the post, pulls the trigger. And he gets it. Pat, he's a young player, Pat. You'll remember his father playing hurling for Westmeath, Martin Newman.
Martin Newman, oh yes.
He's the son of Martin. He's a young man. His first year at adult level. Lacking a little bit of confidence maybe in some of the games, but he's had 2 points today now. He's put in a nice shift for his side. Delvin on the attack again here now. They have possession. Cox is coming forward. This is Clinton. Now, has the goals moved, Pat?
No.
The answer.
He found the radar. Because I just looked at him striking it and I said, oh no, Dara, he never moved the feet. He just turned and hit it, but look, he knew where he was going this time. So maybe he has it programmed.
We're back to 2, 15-17. Ball is broken down with Matthew Cunningham is on it again.
A little bit strong.
Straight down to the centre. Colin O'Leary. O'Leary gets a little flick on it. Davy Gavin has it again, and Davy has done the right thing as far as I'm concerned. Takes the point. It was there for the taking. Probably if you were a couple down, he might have tried to engineer a goal scoring chance, but the point was there for the taking, and he hopped it over the bar back to a 3-point game and puck out. Not great one from Stephen Riley because Plunkett's having it again. Donegal Maguire. Donegal want to take on his man. Can't handle it again, but he's slaloming in, and Josh Cull knocks it to the ground, but Maguire is still going through. Can he get the shot in? He does indeed, and Stephen Riley has to be careful with that one, because in fairness to the attacker, Pat, he did everything right. He put it right at his feet, but credit to the goalkeeper, he got out.
Pure strength got him the whole way through the centre there, and he knew he couldn't catch it, and he was able to hop it on the ground and bring it back again. He beat the first man. It made again 60 yards with it, and he walked straight through. Good save to keep it alive. Them type of a ball on the Astro on the damp day, they can end up in the corner of the net very simple.
Aaron Craig has a chance now from the 65. He's trying to stroke it in. It's high. They're looking at it.
Doesn't look good.
It's not on target.
I mean, Delvin are well back in this game, and they were 9 points down at one stage in the first half. They had it down to 2. We're back to 3 points now at the moment. Clinton on it again. Well blocked.
Half blocked down, but it might work out because Josh Cull has gone to it at pace.
The right
Lovely
man.
stick work. He gets away from it again. Nice little half hook on him there as he was trying to get it in. Plunkett's defender have him, but they're Piking is there fighting for it, making life very awkward, and is picked up there by Aaron Fenlon, and Fenlon off to Josh Cull.
And a good score.
Pat, I'd say to you, Josh Cull has given an exhibition of
absolutely. I mean, I've said it, he needs to be a little bit inside midfield, and he is the shooter today. Get him on the ball if Delvin have any aspirations of winning this trophy today.
Yeah, the puck out, but they're going to have to tighten up at the other end of the field because they allowed Shane Ormsby walk out there, and hand pass should have been intercepted there, but Plunkett's man goes to ground there. I think
just a little bit of lack of hurling there from Alan Cox. It was a simple little pick up. He misjudged it, slipped in the process, and then a needless free given away. Just, you know, Delvin didn't need to give away a soft score after working hard for their own score. You know, this pattern could form like the last day. They got it back all the way down to a 1 point. They couldn't get the leveler to kind of push on, and it may seem difficult enough today. It seems
with the yellow card, I think it was
maybe.
The freeze for David.
Yeah, well, he actually pulled him down. It was probably deserved.
Correct decision there.
It was a hand was over his shoulder and literally pulled him down.
Davey is done.
But these are needless frees, you know, to be given away. They have to work hard.
Davey, he lifts it.
6 it over
the bar. Point number 5 for the number 14. He's 3 from frees. I make it and 2 from play.
Yeah.
My addition is right-handed.
No, it's perfect, right? 3 frees.
Stevie Riley. Stevie going. You see the effect of the breeze and this puck out now. It's long and high.
Ball's under Clinton again. Now
somebody was under his feet. Now it's
Alan Cox. Oh, terrible effort. You see, this is where lack of hurling comes in. When you're away from the game, away from the training pitch, you know, they're bringing you home on reputation. You know, I've seen it done before, so it's just unfortunate. It was a simple score, but it didn't happen. Delvin need these scores.
Puck out is down this side of the field this time. There's a Plunkett's man on the ground. I think it's Colin O'Leary is not on the ground there, but not able to get up, so the referee, in fairness, doesn't allow anything to develop. He's going to throw the ball in. Looking for 2 players to come in and throws it in, but O'Leary comes back to his feet and gets possession. Now he's hit this one in. This is dangerous. Robin Stevie Riley, he needs to be careful. Good work there by Stevie. Now he needs to get away, but credit the keeper again. Gets it out as far as...
crazy hand pass.
Oh,
it might work out if he works hard enough.
Listen. I would imagine this ball is getting greasier and greasier out there. Oh,
you got a free out. I mean, Delvin.
Aaron Fenton did well to resurrect that situation, Pat. It looked like no one wanted to get the ball from either side, but Fenton stepped in and got fouled, and a chance for.
It's just a lot of simple mistakes, you know. In all fairness, they're all trying their best.
Oh yeah.
Now, Darren will go for it.
Yeah, he's made himself available for the free, and
he got it.
Red Arrow starting to line up, Pat. That's a great score.
Well, you see, he's on his favourite left side, you know, and he did have a look there. He didn't just shoot on sight. And that's the difference.
No.
The secret here is that Delvin nailed the next score.
Yeah, and there's a chance now because Clinton has it. He's right out in the middle of the field.
It's not long enough.
Open the shoulder now. Who's gone inside? Dean Poynton's in there, but slip in there just at the wrong time on Dean Ellis, where he needed to get in support there, but good defending there by the Plunkett men, and they do well to work it down here now. There's a chance to get Donnacha McGuire onto the ball, but Donnacha just runs off without it, and then Aaron Fenlon, helped out by Josh Call. Josh kicks it.
Unlucky.
Get it up into his hand. It's kicked out over the sideline right under Mickey Dan's feet here.
You know, but a ball that went in there, the last one from Dara Clinton, went into Donnacha, the sub that was in. Like, if you picture Killian Murphy under that ball, possibly it could have been different.
Yeah, Donnacha McGuire tried to go short, but the line ball didn't travel there.
13 metres, so
it's going to be
it goes the opposite way now.
Yeah. It's been brought forward now. Thomas Meehan is pleading his case, but Thomas, you didn't give the ball back, so you have no grounds for that argument. What are we in a Pat 2 between them?
Yeah, they're bringing Dara now all the way out. He feels he's in his range.
But you said it on the line ball, Pat. The most important thing now is that this ball is kept in play.
Yeah.
You can't hit it.
Well, he doesn't need to force this ball. He has whatever breezes on him. If he just, feels a nice sweet spot on the hurley, just stroke the ball. That's okay.
I know Dara said, but I think is it going left or is it coming inside the post? Well, the answer is there now. It's come inside the post. A great strike.
I just watched him in his follow through, and he didn't force it. He just sweetly struck the ball.
Yeah,
that's all you need to do.
And Pat, they need him on song.
Absolutely, but he's coming in at the right time. He's under it again.
Yeah, and he read that well. He takes it down. Now he's a chance this time to return it.
He has it. He has it.
I was just going to say, Pat, you alluded to it earlier. In that group game, they never were able to get level with them. Now they're level.
We've level now, and remember, Plunkett's were 9 points up in the first half. After conceding 3 goals from Delvin, so it's a good comeback, but it's only a comeback. 15 minutes still to go.
Yeah, Colin O'Leary with a low ball in towards Davy Gavin. The ball bounced, and Cox is there to come away with it, and he gets a little flick ball on to Josh Call. Big men starting to stand up for Delvin. Ball has gone in long. Dean is in there. Oh, it breaks inside. Chance Newman, goal! Oh!
That's your man, young Newman.
That's my man. Oh, what a finish! What a finish!
But it just goes to show you hit the ball into the danger zone and a little break, and it hopped to the right side for him. In fairness to him, he had a good bit to do, and Conor Bracken is no slouch in the goals, and a superb strike found the back of the net.
Yeah, and we'll look at it again. How give Dean Ellis a little bit of credit there. He kind of just upset the two boys there, but what a finish!
Good score. Newman. Momentum has swung now to Delvin, so it's up to see what Mullingar have.
Yeah, Cathal Craig, Pat, has just been introduced wearing number 22. He's replacing Thomas Meehan. Yeah, Josh Call has the ball won again.
Brilliant.
Puck out, and it's gone. Route 1 in there again. Might fall. Dean Ennis is onto it. Oh, not Dean Ennis, the chop. Dean Poynton it was. And there was a chop on him there, and I think without that chop, Pat, he might have been in on goal, so it might be a good one to take for the team.
See, Delvin are playing 2 inside now, and it's causing serious mayhem for the Plunkett's defence.
You know, there were 6 down at half time, Pat, is that my right? Or
yeah, there were.
And the right, they've gone 3 up now at the minute. Great scoring game, 119 is 22 to Delvin, 3-10, that's 19, and a chance here for Dean Ennis. I'm sure he'll get the towel in there as well.
Yeah, they were 5 down, of 3-8 to 12 at half time. So 5 down, but at one stage I counted they were 9. When the third goal went in, they were down to 9.
Yeah.
You know, but they have steadied the ship.
Yeah.
And like Killian Murphy is a big loss to them, but they're working away without him.
Dean is taking his time this way. Just gone 17 minutes. Dean lifts it nice and casually there and fires it over the bar. 6 from the number 12, 2 from play, 4 from freeze, and Bracken has gone as long and high up as he can down that far side of it. It might work out because it's broken to a Plunkett's man now, and they're trying to get it in here. The shot from Davy Gavin. Davy is
not so good.
The goalkeeper
has it under control.
Puck out again for Stephen Riley.
So the pressure now will be on Mullingar on their shooting department, so they don't need to panic. We still have plenty of time to go. 13 minutes.
Yeah, puck out from Stephen Riley, though. He won't be happy with that one. It just hops uncontested out over the sideline. Over there on the far side, Aaron Craig is making his way over to take it just outside their own defensive 45-metre line, maybe a little bit more. Aaron looking down the field now. I'm going to cut this.
Good cut again.
Dropping on the 45.
Well held. He found his man too.
Did very well. He lays it over to the far side where Shane Ormsby has gone on. But Ormsby comes back inside, gets a good strike on it now.
The goalie's in no man's land. He's in no man's land, and he's still out there.
He is, but look who's defending the goal, Pat. It's Patrick Clown. He used all his experience to go back in there, but danger here. Josh Call. Josh needs to get this one away. He does well just to get a little flick on it. But Delvin have it. Ross Gaffney has it. Gaffney puts a little bit of control on that and gives it to Alan Cox, who sends a long clearance down. Dean Ennis.
But Aaron Craig is under it and gets his free.
Probably was fouled the first time too. Paddy goes to ground. A free for Oliver Plunkett. Aaron is trying to take this one in a hurry.
And Conor Bracken is coming out. Listen, wait for him. Aaron says it's my ball.
Yeah, why not? He's gone very, very long down here.
Oh, well held it free. Surely free.
Well inside. He's gone to ground. The referee still doesn't blow anything, and the shot comes in. Stevie Riley needs to be careful. Oh, probably the right decision, but danger not gone for Plunkett yet. Davy is on it again. Davy, come inside. Davy will do the sensible thing. Get that scoreboard moving again. Takes the point. Good score there from Davy Gavin. So at least, Pat, they don't come away.
No, they got something out of it. I thought that when the ball was caught that it was a kind of a high tackle, but however it spilled away and Mullingar got the rebound. Davy Gavin, a very good score.
Yeah, the puck out has gone out here.
Young Newman has it.
Got the goal for his side in the Newman. Ended this very well. They come back into a little bit of space. Now he's managed.
Finds a good man.
Find the ball to Dean Ellis. And
didn't get the strike.
Didn't get the strike. And Conor Bracken will be returning this with interest. But Dara Clinton uses all his experience that he was on the run. He almost knew exactly where he was going to hit it.
Oh, he done the wrong thing.
Now
it didn't work.
Might just work out because enough was there. Adam Ennis is on the ground. Ball is there. Cox doesn't get it. Liam Carey steps in and gets it and pops it on now.
Now the right man for Plunkett.
Into attack, taking the steps as he heads towards the 20-metre line. Clinton comes across him, fouls him, goes to ground.
A real comedy of errors out here in the middle of the field because
I think we're going to have a charge for Dara Clinton here, but might have just taken one for the team. There's a sub coming in.
Dara had one. I suppose first of all Conor Bracken drove the ball out. He thought he was going to get more distance than he did. Dara Clinton got to it, looked up, hit the ball, but he hit it straight to a Mullingar man who was slow in picking it up. Delvin had an opportunity to pick it and move it. Didn't happen. It turned out then that Aaron Craig wins it, ran his 2 steps, soloed through. Darren Clinton meets him, and I would say Aaron Craig could be in serious bother here because he landed very, very awkwardly.
Yeah, Clinton has gone into the book now.
Clinton got a yellow card from, I see the dock in checking him.
Behind all this play, there's a sub for Delvin. The number 13, Kieran Fenton, makes his way off, and Owen Sid Carlin has come into the play. There's another sub warming up down below us.
A big man too, number 23 for
23 is Ross Caroon.
Ross Caroon, a big strong man.
Ross Caroon, any of
He just say
we're watching Mullingar and Shamrock.
In the goals, is he?
We see him kicking 2 pointers. Yeah. That's exactly who it is.
Aaron Craig is in serious bother down here, whether he's winded or an injury.
Davy Gavin has the ball in his hand. Ross Caroon is making his way in. We'll get the signal to see who's coming in. Clock says we're into just into the last 8 minutes or so. Dermot Curry issuing instructions across there.
Yeah, but there's more strength and depth coming in here now. Big, strong, physical men coming on for Plunkett's.
Yeah, Andrew Cunningham is making his way off. Number 23, Ross Crew.
Craig seems fine, but they're calling for the goalkeeper, so I say they're going for the net.
Yeah,
bit early in the day, I think, with it 8 plus. I mean, stoppages there at least 2 minutes. Now he's told to go back. The management tells him to go back.
Yeah, I think
so. I think the sensible thing would be for Aaron Craig to put it, or get it, or Davy to put it over the bar.
Davy's standing over it anyway. He is coming back out.
But Aaron Craig still looks very gingerly out here in the middle. The dock is still concerned. He hasn't left the pitch.
Yeah, Davy's going to step up to this one now.
And a lot depends on Aaron Craig, especially in the last 5 or 6 minutes when the long balls are coming out from the Delvin defence. So Davy taps it over. We're down to back to 3 points.
Yeah, I think common sense prevailed there, Pat. But Craig looks like he's just going to stay forward here now. While he is a little bit groggy, he might just stay
maybe.
There. Yeah, he's gone into the full forward position there. But Stevie Riley has his underway. The sky's getting darker here. It's looking for Clinton down here, and Clinton goes to ground there.
Jimmy says everybody up.
Everyone up, and
he's coming out
with the ball here now. And Donegal Maguire is carrying it. Josh Call is trying to get a swing in. Maguire does very, very well. Gives it across to Colin O'Leary. O'Leary steadies himself. Looks for the inside line in there, but it went through Ross Caroon there. And
he didn't pass it.
The corner back Adam McCormack there, and
Craig is going to burst through.
Can they tie him up? They do, but it's danger not gone because Ormsby has got one, and now it's going to come back. Now this has to be very close to being a penalty, Pat.
Well, Jimmy's going to tell us, and he does.
Yeah, it is a penalty. Delvin had their period of ascendancy, Pat, but Plunkett have really come back into it again. But the ball was in the hand there of the cornerback Adam McCormack, but he got dispossessed. And
well, it was a loose pass. They should have delivered it better. At the end of the day, you expect your cornerbacks to hand pass it strongly out. You know, Delvin have no complaints.
No.
They were in possession, but Conor Bracken has made it all the way up.
Yeah, he's
a needless, silly free to give away, but the consequences could be very, very serious because the penalty is in the advantage of the taker.
Yeah, 2 between them, heading towards the 25th minute. The referee is telling the goalkeeper he's got to stay on the line, I would imagine.
Right, the 3:12 is 21 to 23. So this.
Yeah, this is a crucial.
They put Plunkett's back in front.
Comes forward, lifts it.
Over the bar.
Over the.
These things happen, so we're still a 1 point game.
I don't think Stevie Riley knew a whole pile about it, Pat. But
no, but look at.
You would expect the goalie would be expected to score, the penalty taker would be expected to score. But anyway, we're on the way again because Adam McCormack goes down the line, the far side. Is going to go out over the side? No, it's not. But Plunkett's have possession. They're on the move again. We're back to a 1 point game. Up goes Adam Ennis, up into the sky. He does well. Take it away from Matty Cunningham, then on to Josh Call. Josh half hoops as he was trying to get that ball down. Ball breaks across into the centre. Delvin seemed to just lost her shape a little bit here because Nathan Connolly has it. And he's looking up and he has spare man over on that far side. Shane Ormsby. Ormsby with a ball
still in the air. Still in the air.
Hanging for a long time in it. Oh, lovely little flick inside there. Colin O'Leary is onto it. O'Leary. He's going to use all his experience. He turns around.
No, he done the wrong decision.
He did. He overhit the target. He did the right thing to come back and recycle it, but might work now on Pikey. I don't know how he gets it.
Jimmy
does well. Fires it out. Dean Ennis. Dean can
well hooked.
Hook there, and great tackling by John Fry. Goes to the ground. Still no free for Dean.
But it's good tackling in fairness by Plunkett. They're well surrounded.
Yeah, and
good defending.
They're on the way out with this one as well now, and the hit went in there.
The physical
the
man.
ball was well taken there by Ross. I think it was Ross Caroon, was it, that got it inside. Dangerous ball.
Still a back ball.
On the far side. The corner back is Jack Ford. Jack, he's neat and tidy, but he's a young man. Does very well.
He needs to find him.
Comes out and good pass.
Finds the right man.
Finds
Josh
the right man, which Josh Call. Josh.
There's nobody. Terrible clearance.
Delvin have lost their shape completely in this game. Just need to get a reset again because they're. Plunkett are on the attack again, but Clinton has come back in. He reads this one well, gets the free for his side.
Gets the free out.
And but the race almost like as if the championship was won, but just told to settle things down. He's going to come back inside his own 45. They need this time now to get themselves into position.
Yeah, but I think Darrell Clinton is the wrong decision. To my book, he's too far out. He needs to be under this ball when he gets up there. I mean, this would be an absolute colossal free if he was to score this. He hits it too high.
Yeah, but it's going to drop into the danger area. Who's in under? Broken down. Owen Carlin doesn't get it in the first attempt. Sid is out after it again. Gets it up now. Has a look at the post. No, he's half blocked. Took a second too much on it. And Zaka Heron coming charging out with a good hand pass. And Plunkett are on the way with it again. Over that far side. Shane Ormsby shovel pass it across into the centre. Gathered here now. Donald Maguire has a man on the shoulder.
Through.
If they use him, is he going to take on the shot himself? Doesn't need him. Gets it over the bar.
At the moment, Plunketts are the most composed team out there.
Yeah,
their defence is strong, but they have an extra man in the defence. Delvin have retreated back since they went 4 points up. They have conceded them 4 points now, and we're at level pegging.
Yeah, and Newman
got a free. Newman has got a free.
This young man has come of age there. There's another sub coming in for Plunkett in the last 2 minutes.
Number 20.
Number 20 is Thomas Turks. Now let's see, we'll get a signal. Hey. Thomas Turks has come in and it looks like it's Dylan Carey, the number 4, that's making his way off. Pat.
Yeah.
More importantly now for the Delvin men, all eyes are on. Is it Dean Ennis is going to take it over there on the far side?
An opportunity now for Delvin just to get ahead. The clock says 29, but we definitely should have 3-4 minutes at least for the injury down to...
Yeah, Dean Ennis has nailed that one, no mistake. One between them. We're into the last minute of the third. There's another sub coming in.
It's number 35. He's not in my book anyway, so I don't know where he came from.
We don't have it either, Pat. So
we'll just... There's 3 minutes.
3 minutes additional time. We're into the last half minute. So 3.5 minutes to go. Conor Bracken has gone with the puck out.
3 minutes is very little because we have had to have numerous substitutions, plus a long injury.
Yeah, Jack Ford didn't control the ball. And Donald Maguire has it. The 3 maroon jerseys in front of him. Looked like there was a foul on that there as he shrugged the man off, but
Aaron Craig
has it.
Oh, that's a high elbow.
Big hit coming in there. Jimmy doesn't see anything wrong with Aaron Fenlon there. But certainly it was young Jack Ford that slid in there. Three minutes additional time. We're just getting you finished now.
If this ball gets in around the square, it'll be, as the fella says in Tipper, is Hell's Kitchen. You don't come in. A serious high elbow.
Yeah. Yeah, it is Greg Gavin. Very, very experienced player.
Not so good from...
Line ball taken there by Craig. This time he didn't get much distance. Josh Call got it, but Dean Ennis is fighting.
There's nobody out here.
3 or 4 to
Delvin have retreated completely into the back. They're all in the defence. There's a hard hit on Dean Ennis again.
Yeah, the ball broke up in the air. Where is it gone? Across to the centre. Delvin trying to get it. Danger for them. One between them. 1 minute gone.
The physical men in Mullingar are going to win all these tackles.
Donald Maguire has
that surely has to be. The Pikey got it wrong there.
I think he just bought the dummy there off the Mullingar man there.
The goalkeeper is coming down to take this one.
Yeah, he is. This free.
But Delvin have completely retreated. They're not able to clear the lines long enough. There's nobody there, and they're physically strong players from Mullingar winning it.
As we look back up in the pitch, Pat,
there's nobody.
There's no one inside the Plunkett's own 65. There's no Delvin.
If this was football, they'd be shouting breach.
Yeah, they would be surely.
This is a tough task now for Conor Bracken.
Yeah,
he's in the outside half.
1 metre inside his own half. He'd be probably in.
Well, he's outside it now and he hits it.
He's rifled it, Pat. They're looking at it. The signal is it's over the bar. He's second one. One from a penalty and one from the free. We're into the last minute. Pat, I'm going to say something to you, and I think for our viewers. I have a funny feeling this game ends in a draw. We're under lights this week for a replay.
Well, let's hope it ends in a draw, because it'll be good entertainment to come again.
Yeah, the ball has gone in. Aaron Craig is in there. He can't get at it. Adam Ennis is there. They need to get it up the field. Pikey opens the shoulders. Now the
Clinton is up here.
Gone forward, but
well held.
Is it Zaka Hearn is there? But
no, spilled away. Clinton has it.
Davy is robbed. Clinton trying to get away from it. It's over the shoulder. Fired it in.
What's the umpire?
Oh,
that's
wide. It's the last play, I would imagine, Pat.
Well, it's still 10 seconds.
Yeah, but
20 seconds, actually.
It's gone over the far side. Oh, it's kept in play, rightly or wrongly. Josh Cole.
Josh has it.
Cole has it. Under severe pressure over there. And
nobody there.
The line,
30-53, 7 seconds. We can do it a draw. I think, in fairness to both teams, a draw would be fitting.
Dangerous ball across the centre. Owen Carroll. Oh!
Time is up, Jimmy.
Plunkett's they're at the wrong end of the field as far as they're concerned, but they might get a chance to come down the field now. Clinton, can he get possession? Ball, not the best one in the world, but it might still work on Matty Cunningham. Was he pushed?
Jimmy.
No, he's allowing it to go.
Oh, Jimmy.
Hand pass, a reverse one. Oh, he runs off without it. Now,
he must surely blow.
With that, the referee blows the full-time whistle.
33-27.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting confirmation that we will be having a replay of this game. It'll be under lights, Pat, during the week, because as far as I'm aware, just getting the official announcement, there's a Leinster game next weekend, so we have to have a winner during the week, Pat.
Right.
But look at Pat, what a
second. Well, in all fairness,
15 to 121.
Yeah, no, a fitting result, to a very exciting, entertaining game. It ebbed and flowed. Once Delvin kind of got back into the game, it seemed to drift away in the early part of the first half, that they were 9 points down. They clawed it back to 5 at half time. They steadied the ship, whatever Seamus and Barry Kennedy and these guys got into their heads, and they rallied. And without getting, they got one goal, but that's all. They worked and kept working. So, look, at the end of the day, it's for the neutral, it's good to be coming back to see this again, because two teams give their absolute all.
And you know what, Pat, we love the game under lights as well during the week when we've nothing else to do. We'll have a big crowd in for that as well.
Not sure where will it be under lights.
I don't know, but I actually heard it said it on the podcast last night that this one would be replayed during the week if it happened. But look at what entertainment for our viewers. Just looking at some of the personal tallies. Josh called 6 points in the middle of the field, all from play. Dean Ennis, 7 points, but 5 frees. Clinton, 5 points, 4 from play. But Endon Newman was a revelation for me at wing forward with a goal and 2 points. That goal put Delvin into the lead, but they'll have a little few regrets, I think, Pat, that they didn't just push on and get it. But no one loses, we're back again.
No, I suppose, Delvin will be happy enough. They were 4 points up. It looked like, they had got the momentum, but they kind of lost their shape a little bit. But they were fortunate in the fact that Oliver Plunkett's got a penalty.
Yeah.
And it's the percentages always tell you that, the taker of the penalty generally gets it.
Yeah.
But it went over the bar. If that had been a little bit lower, I don't think, in fairness to Stephen Riley, he would have the opportunity. He hit it so hard that he would have got it.
No.
But anyway, I think both teams will be quite relieved to be coming back another day.
Yeah, look, we're going to finish up here on the commentary position. Anyway, for myself and Pat, I'm just getting a final message here. We'll be back for the replay, there's no doubt about that. I'm going to finish up here. I want to thank Pat O'Brien for joining me on CoCom. Always great to have Pat on duty. He'll be here tomorrow in a different role, watching the senior and minor games. I'm going to join the celebrations downtown, Pat. I don't care what you were doing. I'm going to finish up.
Home to feed a few cattle.
That's do it. We'll let you do it. And I can definitely say there won't be a cow milking day for about 6 weeks. But look, I'm going to say goodbye for now. The lads will be back after the break down pitch side with some analysis of that second half in that game. But from myself, Ray Gavin, we'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see you all then. But stay with us. There'll be further analysis down on pitch side.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
You join us here down pitchside at the end of the Senior B final, which has ended in a thrilling draw in the end. Brendan, we were chatting at the first half saying the Mickey Power Cup has to go somewhere. Well, it turns out it doesn't, because it's not gone anywhere yet, so probably the fair result in the end.
I think so. I think it was a fantastic second half. Both teams, like Delvin, really tore into that second half and went 3 points up, I think, at one stage. But Plunkett's kind of finished strong, like, and made some. Donald Maguire there made some absolutely lung-busting runs there in the last 10 minutes. But look, overall, I think both of these teams have given us fantastic entertainment today, and it'll be a great spectacle now, the replay. I think both teams deserve another shot.
Absolutely, yeah. And Paul, if you're Delvin, are you disappointed, as they say in soccer? Is it a point gained or 2 points lost? But how do you look at it from a Delvin point of view at that second half?
Well, you have to say, first of all, there were 8 points down in the first half, and look, they were looking like they were heading out the gates at that stage, and they looked done and dusted. You couldn't see any hope for them, and at that stage Plunkett probably could have even been further ahead and had a couple of chances. So I think Seamus Ennis and Barry Kennedy, when they sit down, they'll be very grateful that we'll say they'll be more pleased because they have got that second chance. But they had a powerful second half here. They come out all guns blazing. They up the tempo, far more intense, more pressure. Picked off a few early scores, and the goal then it was Andy Newman who got the goal. Great goal, great boost. They built on that, and as we said, they were suddenly ahead. Some great scores, but Plunkett stuck in, and it was an absolutely cracking match, hugely entertaining, end to end. Anyone could have won it in the end. I thought Jimmy was going to blow it a minute or two before he actually did, just to have the draw. But look, at the end of the draw, probably the fairest result.
And if you're Plunkett, then Brendan, is it live by another day after that?
I mean, look, they looked kind of when Delvin scored the goal and went 3 points up, that they were going to close out the game. So Plunkett's finished the game very strong, and their physicality shone there in the end, and I think they'll be happy too. Like, I mean, that game could have been got away from them. Aaron Craig was moved up front there, and he battled and they got the score. They got a free, and they showed a bit of experience as well.
They put Davy Gavin in as full back actually for the last few minutes. And he caught some big balls in there for them too.
So look, I think both teams will have. They'll both think that they got something out of it, but nothing lasts. We'll have another goal.
Looking at it overall, then probably Plunkett's will look and think they could have won it because they had that penalty, and Conor Bracken came down the field. He's a great strike of a ball, powerful strike. If he kept it anywhere low, I'd say it was in the back of the net. But he just drove it over, leaned back a little, drove over. They got a point out of it. Look, it's a point that gets them a replay. But really, when you get a penalty in hurling, you expect the player to score. They'll regret that one maybe. And
if we're looking at the next day, would you predict the winner based on?
You couldn't really. I think it'll be a foolish prediction at this stage. I mean, I think both managers will look on this game and say they have the things they need to improve. I mean, Gareth Linton was absolutely outstanding there in the second half. He scored 3 huge points there in a row and had a chance to win it with the last puck of the game. Now, look at. it just goes to show you quality comes to the fore. And Josh Coll, like 6 points in play.
Yeah.
You know, that's some shooting. And you know, the old dog for the long road, Davy Gavin, 4 or 5 points. You know, freezing point. You know, he's such a leader for the Plunketts. You know, they'll regroup. Everybody will regroup now, and they'll have another go at it next week.
Yeah, so we wait for another day to see where the Mickey Power Cup goes for Delvin. They've not lost another final 2 in a row by a point. They've managed to salvage a draw with this one. They were the better team in the second half. Plunkett certainly won the first, so a fair result at the end of it all. And we'll have details of the replay course for the Mickey Power Cup, the Senior B final in due course. But from us here in EVTV, from myself, from Brendan, and from Paul, and from Ray and Pat up there, and from Molly and Jer and everyone, and Donny, it's thank you very much for joining us, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevin's Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.